two.
1, 2. What is this?
Do it.
This is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 58. I'm not doing no more numbers. Fuck the numbers. I am the Flush Man, also known as the Fat Boy, better known as the man who will call you Brosh, even though I ain't did it in a while. Oh yeah, and I'm your Huckleberry.
And I'm Rel, a.k.a. Iceberg Shorty, a.k.a. comments. I said what I said, don't at me, a.k.a. the man, the international mystery. Check me, but I'm always in the lab.
Dr. Mike here, your favorite foot doctor, the people's podiatrist. We coming to you from the Prophetic Podcast. Saturday Night Mike, call me Crypto Cool, and the feature call me Dropship Shorty. We doing it all. And I bought this shirt from a black woman. I want to shout out A Conundrum on Instagram. Shout out to her.
Word up.
With his cool ass.
Here.
What's up, fellas?
Oh,
What's going on, baby?
man, busy, man.
There's a lot going on. How the kids? How the family? Everybody good?
All is well in the world, yo. School about to start.
Terrell looking slim in the face. Terrell looking slim in the face with the Cherry Hill veteran hat on. I see you.
I'm still waiting. Listen, I gotta come to Baltimore personally and get my shit. So that's what I'm gonna do.
You do. I'm sorry.
I'm coming to Cherry Hill.
Where you gonna drive past Cherry Hill on your way uptown anyway, so you can't.
Facts.
I'm knocking on doors. Boom, boom, boom. Where I get my shit at? I need my Cherry Hill shit.
We might gotta get Cuzzo on the podcast sometime.
We gotta get Cuzzo on.
Matter of fact, you should hit what boy you doing? What boy you doing? Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Text him and sing.
Yeah, I'm about to hit him.
All right, a week removed, right? A week removed from this Jay-Z situation. How we feeling? Jermaine Dupri came out and said that Jay-Z didn't talk him out of taking the deal with the NFL. Are we feeling any different? Is Jay still looking shady to y'all? Let me know. How you feeling, Cool?
So I just gotta keep it funky. I can't say it enough. I love Jay-Z. I fucks with him, rocks with him early in the game, 20 plus. I feel the same. I will say, and I think we made it clear, like I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. It doesn't mean I have to like it in the moment though. You know what I'm saying? I can dislike it and still reserve judgment because he's already done the deal. And it's funny because people are saying things like, oh, mind your business. Oh, what did you do? I heard Jay-Z say this. What did you do? I can count every day of 365 of what I did, how many people I did this for, how many people I did that for. Jay-Z, with all due respect, big bro, big OG, I can count the years when you didn't do that shit. Truthfully, I want to rhyme like common sense, but I sold 5 mil, and I ain't been rhyming like common sense. That's your bars, Jay-Z. So I'm going to reserve judgment just because he is who he is, and he has demonstrated in his latter years. But don't fucking get up there on your high horse like you self-righteous, like you've been doing this shit since go. This is relatively new for you, and I'm glad you're waking up. But don't demean people because they don't have your means by which to help people. So when we put together prayer walks for the last 8 years, when we put together back to school drives, we got the eighth annual back to school joint, coming up this Saturday. Like, yeah, it ain't on no scale of yours, but my motherfucking man Cuzzo was walking the streets of Baltimore when Freddie Gray and that riot was going on. Right? So it's one thing to bail people out and put a benefit concert together. It's another thing to be real boots on the ground with the shit. So I feel the same. I don't like it. There's no benefit. That's obvious, right? So I think the thing is, I believe his thing is, hey, I'm a Robin Hood this shit. Hey, get this bag and do whatever. I do have faith that he would do the right thing, but that's blind faith. I don't know that for sure. You understand what I'm saying? And if I ask the panel, everybody got kids on the panel. Who kids is more likely to get jacked up and fucked up by the police? Ours or Blue Ivy in them?
Ours.
So if you say that, right, then ain't nothing changed. what are you going to do? I don't think it's fair that you don't say that it's something attached to other than the partnership, right? What can the fucking partnership do to change the fact that the dude with the Eric Gardner case who got choked out for selling Lucy cigarettes, they was 25 cents when we was little, was killed and murdered, right? What you gonna do? What you gonna do about these things? So it's still the same issue. To me, it's still the same. It look a little funny. You never needed them, Jay-Z, to be the social activist that you are. So we'll see, but I just don't believe. And also, what came out since we talked last was the fact that he's not going to be an owner. No shit. They don't just give away teams. But we getting all this misinformation. It's up to you to give us the real information. A big OG. So because he has demonstrated a track record, I'm still going to hold out, but it doesn't mean that I can't criticize him in the moment. That shit looks shady. That's it.
All right, hold on. Before we go, because I'm going to let you go, Ralph. We're going to, Cousin Jordan, what's good, Cousin Jordan? Hey, cuz, we beefing though, cuz. You know me and you beefing, right?
Yeah.
Just so, do y'all know why we beefing?
All week.
Because of the locks.
Yeah, we beefing.
All week.
Just so we know.
It's been going all week.
All right, so we get back to it though. Welcome, Cousin Jordan, to the podcast. You know, his family. He's the fifth member. He like the J Hood. He like the J. I don't know. You maybe you can say a Wu-Tang member that came into Wu-Tang that.
Captain Donner. He like Captain Donner.
Right. Okay.
Captain Donner wasn't a part of the 9.
Right. So he not J Hood though. He out Swiss Beats. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
He just Swiss Beats to the lot. Okay?
That's funny.
All right. So anybody else comments on how y'all
Fucking
feel?
Right. Goddamn right. Jordan, you want to go first? Since you
I'll go.
Go ahead, yo.
I'm gonna make it quick. So, like I'm kind of linear with what Cool said. Is like, you know, I'm not. So the dialogue that I've been having with people is like, yo, I'm not criticizing Jay-Z for making a money move. Like, that's not, that makes sense for him. He's a businessman. He is a predatory capitalist, and I'm not using predatory like as a knock or derogatory word. That's a legit term. Like, you see an opportunity to make money, you don't care how it needs to be made. You're gonna make that effort. He's made false promises before, in regards to social change. On a lower level, well, not necessarily lower level, but not a glamorous level. Like, for example, with his partnership with the developers of Brooklyn. See, everyone ties it to the Brooklyn Nets. That wasn't where his money lied. His money lied with the investors who came in and ultimately were in the process of gentrifying Brooklyn. He made those promises to, the people on his, the lower level in regards to this is gonna provide jobs. And if you speak to people who are Brooklynites, local Brooklynites, those jobs haven't been provided. They're not available. You know what I'm saying? Those opportunities weren't generated off of his partnership. And ultimately, he removed himself. It was a cash grab. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing. And here's the thing. So this is the argument. This is the parallel that I've had even with myself. It's like, yo, that's not a knock. Like, I can't be mad at Jay-Z for making that move. That's a power move.
Because he gives back.
But to label him as an activist, I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, and on the surface level, people like, yo, he freed Meek. I'm like, he didn't free Meek. Meek was also a millionaire. So it's, and he tied himself to the Khalif Browder thing, but Khalif Browder was already dead.
Let me ask you something. And
you make money off of that too.
Yeah, he made money off of it. He made money off of providing us with that information, the documentary. Like, it was powerful, it was good to see. But again, it was a money grab. Activism, if you
sacrifice.
It's sacrifice. And that's the thing. So Jay-Z has not sacrificed anything. And I don't expect him to, and I'm not here to say that he should. But if you're gonna associate yourself with some level of activism, there has to be some sacrifice.
Hold on. I gotta ask you something right on this activist thing, because thought of it like that. Are we looking at Jay-Z like he's an activist? Because I never
People
thought
have
of him as.
They are.
But hold on, is he? Hold on, let me ask you, hold cousin. Is he saying that? He's not saying that he's an activist though, right?
No. But with
Okay.
Well, kind of.
the narrative that he's implied or he's allowed to be formed around him has kind of put him at some kind of activist type of level. He's never mentioned that. He's never associated.
I would say he did say, because he said the last 365, I can count how many people I got out of prison, how many. So even if you don't use the word activist,
right,
you are putting your measurables right up against other people. What have you done on Twitter, people? Like that's what we talking about, Hov. I get it, but like, come on, y'all. Let me tell you what I did. I fucking bought Tidal the last 365 days of the year. You understand what I'm saying? So I bought your CDs. I took my wife to your fucking Carter tour. So I patronized you the last 3. I allowed you, in part, to be an activist for people. I helped bail the Freddie Ray people out shit because you got my money. So if you are asking something, like you could say, well, just don't support him. But if you asking something of me, I need to ask something of you. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple to me. So while he didn't maybe use the term activist, he did paint himself in a light or put himself in a position where he said, well, for the last year, I could tell what I did. What have you done? So it's time to move on. It's time to move forward. So he really, by positioning himself next to the dude, put himself in that activist place, to me.
Bro, where you hear that, bro?
I'm probably one of the biggest Hov fans on the planet, right? Hell, I bought a goddamn paper plane sweatsuit the other day, right? I do business videos once or twice a month in my Rock Nation navy blue paper plane hat, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's not, you know what I'm saying, kill him, burn him at the stake. It's not like that.
Right. Right.
For me, it seemed a little funny in the light because I didn't have all the facts, right? I wouldn't say, I think that the word activism has become, you know what I'm saying, it's lit, right? It's one of those things, right? It's such a colloquialism for us now that we kind of attribute it, right? You know what I'm saying? He got it in verses. I put dollars on mine, asked Columbine, right, when he donated to Columbine and when he donated to, you know what I'm saying, when he did Minority Report, when he was talking.
That's the whitest shit you could do, though.
Well, I mean, at the time, we just think about it. Columbine was what, 96, 97?
They did Flint.
Right? They did Flint. They did New Orleans with Katrina. You know what I'm saying? All of those things, right? We all weren't as woke as we are now, right? So,
It's a process.
Reform, whatever, you know what I'm saying, that looks like today is what it is, right? I was waiting for Jermaine Dupri to step up. It looked real funny when Funk Flex got up there and was like, oh, I talked to JD. I said, oh, shit, right? Here it is, right? Funk Flex being his sloppy self, right? Doing what he fucking do. And then Jermaine Dupri came out and kind of walked stuff back. And I was like, well, now I'm confused and conflicted, right? About what it is, right? So did Jay-Z tell you not to do something? Or did he have a conversation with you because you believe that y'all are friends? You know what I'm saying? But, Jay-Z's responses that we finally saw was kind of like, all right, y'all poking the bear. Let me go ahead and say something about, what's going on and what I've done, right? You know what I'm saying? Big bank take little bank type of response when you said, I know what I've done for the past 365 days, right? So, well, shit, I do too. I kept one out of jail.
Right.
Mine. Get the fuck out of here.
Right. Right.
Right. So what? You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, they're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm raising my son right so he don't rob yours. I used to tell people that shit all the time. You understand what I'm saying? Like, don't get it fucking twisted, right? I still have the responsibility, regardless of what Jay-Z does, Meek does, if Colin Kaepernick talks every day or fucking not at all. Who gives a flying fuck, right? I really don't care at this point. Honestly, because like, congratulations, you did it, Jay. I would hope at $1 billion you was doing something. I would
Right.
probably be more socially active at $1 billion too. But right now, I can only care about my circle. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
What I care about right now, right? So I'm
And you got part of our billions.
right.
We part of your billions.
Yeah, exactly. I'm able to
All right.
affect change in this circle. You know what I'm saying? More so.
Let me ask y'all this, because I think I believe that you can see something wrong and fix it or work towards it without being an activist. I believe that even though Meek went through the social, the justice thing, he's going through the reform thing, he's made it clear that he's not an activist. You get what I'm saying? Can't you be socially aware and see a problem and work towards fixing it without you being
No, Meek Mill is an activist. That's like fucking Charles
But-
Barkley saying I'm not a role model. Fuck out of here,
Right.
Charles Barkley.
Whether he
No.
want to own it or not, Meek is the face of criminal justice reform, whether he want to believe it or not. So
I mean,
by
he
definition,
literally went to jail for riding a dirt bike.
He went to jail for having water guns, for taking pictures with water guns. And they asked the judge, and the judge said, "Oh, you're taking pictures with guns." They asked the judge, did she want to see the video where it looked like guns and the girls shot the guns and it was water coming out of them, and she said no,
Yeah.
and sent them to jail for holding water guns that looked like real guns.
he's an activist.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, do we and you're right though. We all play our part, and I'm definitely a firm, like how I feel every day, right? Whether Jay-Z's an activist or he isn't an activist, no matter what Hov does with the NFL, my everyday life doesn't change, and what I have to do every day doesn't change. And you made a point that stuck out to me, cool, where you said of all places, like to make a change, and as far as the situation, you dealing with the NFL, how does that?
It's a money grab.
Right. At the end of the day, like that doesn't even resonate with me. You and the NFL doing business helps what in what community where? Like, how does that now? If you were running for office or on that side of things, trying to do some things to change some laws or change some situations as far as that would make sense as far as moving past kneeling. And it's just, and it was crazy. In a matter of 10, 15 minutes of us talking, I'm looking at it a little different myself, because it's like you dealing with the NFL. What does that have to do with the Colin Kaepernick situation or what he was kneeling about? Nothing.
How you gonna affect any change? Ain't no change.
So to throw that,
gonna
I
make.
mean,
What
to
can you
me,
do?
now I'm looking at it, it's like, did you throw that in there just to justify the situation?
Yes.
I felt totally honest before we jumped on it. I felt totally different before we jumped on here. But damn, cool, you on the roll, because end of the day, you threw some shit in my head like, damn, you know what? What the fuck do Jay-Z and the NFL going to do to stop cops from shooting black folks?
And that's the problem. Like, that's the problem. Every time something happens socially, right, that has an issue with black and brown people, black people, right, being unjust or people not getting justice for things done to them, people gonna bring his name up because it's gonna be like, yo, what did you do for this situation? So when the cop for Eric Gardner this week just got fired, it's been what, 5 years? I don't know how long it's been. It's been years, and they just recommended he got fired. Now they didn't recommend there was no criminal charges, no other shit like that. In the midst of him getting fired, in what 24 or 48 hours, a GoFundMe was made. This dude got over $100,000. You understand? What can Jay-Z's partnership with the NFL do about that? Not a goddamn thing. That's the problem, yo. What are you going to do? Now, I'm not mad, right? Because he has done stuff. He has sown seeds of justice, right? Sown activism seeds. He gets credit. But like, yo, don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. Don't say this is the new wave and act like we supposed to be okay. You not finna appease me with this shit. And don't tell me, well, they're still playing for the NFL. Well, people still watching. That was the fucking point. So why join them? You didn't have to. I still believe that. You didn't have to affect social change. He did not have to partner with the NFL to do that. Don't tell me Oh, we can reach millions. Motherfucker, you reaching millions. They need me. I don't need you. That was your bar, yo.
But
What do you want with them?
The whole twist too, we got to stop doing this as black folks, man. And even with when Rel, you brought up the Charles Barkley thing, like that's the problem too. We look into like who, and somebody said it last week. It might have been Juice. We black people are the only ones who look to entertainers and sports people as to fix our problems, and that's an issue. Like, no, today for me, Charles Barkley ain't a role model for me. I'm not gonna tell my child, oh, look at whoever in entertainment or in any of those fields as what you should aim to do as far as yourself. You get what I'm saying? As black folks, we always, you want to put your kid in front of a TV or put your kid in front of, oh yeah, well, this is what LeBron's doing. You should try to go be like LeBron. That's not the move neither. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's not the move that we should be promoting.
So I forget, it was a guy that made a really good point. I think it was on ESPN. But he said the problem is, like, not only we as black folks have a tendency to do that, but that's kind of conditioned. That's almost a symptom of what they do, whoever the fuck they are. He said when there's a Jewish issue, you don't get the biggest Jewish entertainer. You don't get Barbra Streisand to come out. When there's a some other issue, you don't get the biggest so-and-so entertainer to come out. But when there's a black issue, you get the biggest so-and-so entertainer to come out. That's the fucking problem. They didn't go to no social justice reform. They didn't go to the NAACP or whatever the biggest social justice reform group is for black people to have real dialogue, to partner with them and say, how can we affect social change? You went to the biggest entertainment name. So Jay-Z, some of us, when I say woke, like the woke community, right? I believe that being woke is a constant state. So you are constantly waking up. You can't get all the information at one time. You gradually get this shit. Some of us wake up at 42. Some of us wake up at 22. Some of us wake up at fucking 50, Jay-Z. You understand? So now that you woke, don't be like, oh, what you doing? What you doing? When you was, right? We don't got to be 13 years of drug dealing and all that shit. We ain't got to get into all that. What detriment to you do you do? But there's plenty of people that believe the bad that I did, now I'm trying to do good to outweigh that bad so I can be good ushering into this later life. So that's you. We can't fight on that. That's you. But beyond that, that don't mean that you get to have a high horse opinion about it. Some hoity-toity opinion about, the people you saving, the people you helping. The real deal is how deep will you affect change by being an entertainment guy for the NFL? I'll wait. We gotta wait, I guess, because it ain't obvious.
Hey, bro, you remember when Dave Chappelle on the stand-up drink was like, 9/11 happened, they was like, oh, we got Ja Rule here to talk about 9/11. Where's Ja? Like, no, like, end of the day, I don't give a fuck what Ja Rule. Like, where's Ja? Like, Ja's going to make it all right. Whatever Ja's going to say is going to make it all right. At the end of the day, what we have to understand, and like you said, bro, and you dug into it, and that's how I feel about every situation is, listen, I got to affect my immediate circle. And if I can get more money and get a little bigger, then I can affect my neighborhood. Then I can affect my community. Then I can affect my city. And then I believe in starting from the inside and going out. I have a problem, even when I see people like people going to Africa and doing shit in Africa. How you doing shit in Africa and your own neighborhood ain't right?
It's fucked up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then people looked at me even with the Weinstein shit. Like me and the young cat had a little discussion about Weinstein. I mean, not Einstein. What's his full name? Epstein, right?
Yeah,
and
they
he was
both
like,
nasty,
Epstein.
so you all good. You
right,
you wasn't wrong. They both nasty.
With the Epstein shit, it was like, oh well, why they messing with R. Kelly when Epstein is doing? And for me personally, and maybe I'm wrong for this. To me, I'm more concerned about black girls than white girls. I'm sorry, because in my life, there's a lot of black girls. So I mean, and maybe I'm wrong for this. And fuck it, I can live on it. I can stand on this by myself. But I want to see R. Kelly going before I worry about Epstein, because R. Kelly is fucking with little black girls.
Well,
Epstein
you have an attachment to R. Kelly that you don't have with Epstein, right? So the thing about us, right? We're musically inclined, right? So it's natural for us to gravitate towards these, entertainers or musicians, right? The old adage when you remember all those rap songs, you can't remember, what I'm saying, the Pythagorean theorem and all that bullshit, right? You know what I'm saying? It's melodic. We're melodic people. We understand it. I tell everybody that rap is the highest form of art on the planet, right? And if you're a true freestyler, you know how hard it is to put some words together in your fucking head and then spit it out and make it all make sense.
Geniuses.
Right.
Dog, look,
Genius.
I spell notorious sometimes. I be like,
it's the
N-O-T-O-R-I-O-U-S. Like, real shit.
Fabulous.
Right.
That shit wrong as hell. F-A-B-O-S.
Yeah, you gonna fail a spelling test. You spell it like Fab spell it. Real
Fuck
shit.
it, I'm spelling this, spelling like fabulous. That's all I know.
So for me, that comes across as oh shit. All right, cool. So for me, it's all fun, right? And it's tough. And as we go through it, you just like, all right, well, let's put this face out here, right? So who's the top person in the rap game? It's Jay-Z, and it's been for a long time, right? Just by pure nature of his success, because we have never experienced his success on that level from somebody in our community, right? But guess what? Jay-Z still don't have enough money to buy a fucking NFL team.
Right.
It ain't even close. You know what I'm saying?
And the whole twist is, but they shit so tight, even if you got enough money, you gotta find somebody who's trying to sell a team.
Oh,
and
they
I
all gotta
guarantee you,
agree on it too. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
It ain't about somebody selling.
And listen,
they all gotta let you in.
Before they let you sell it to Jay-Z, if they don't want him in, they'll give you the money or come up with the bread to make sure you can keep that motherfucker before we let him in this motherfucker.
They did it to Mark Cuban with the baseball.
Right.
He white.
Right. And so that's the point. Like let's peep this. Who the fuck put out there that Jay-Z was going to be a part owner? We didn't make that shit up. That shit was reported. That shit was reported. So I don't know if that's true. I'm not sure that's true. We don't know.
The timing was shaky.
But listen, it's between the two of them. There was a report on Baller Alert that said, "Oh, Jay-Z not gonna be an owner." We all knew that because that's not how that shit works. But people still believe that he an owner or going to be an owner. So somebody between the NFL or somebody put that out there. It's false and it's bullshit. Why do that? To pass.
Listen, they tried to get Roger Goodell can't promise Jay-Z a thing because end of the day, they almost got Roger Goodell ass up out of there.
He's an employee.
Right. And you know how much Roger Goodell make though? A year?
30 million.
Like
50 million.
Oh, all right, something like that. Something crazy. But Roger Goodell can't promise Jay-Z no team. End of the day, if Jay-Z wanted a team, he better off sitting down with Jerry Jones and main man out in New England than sitting with Goodell.
Jerry Jones, Craig, and Snyder and them.
Them motherfuckers. No, I don't even know if they fuck with Snyder like that. That's the Redskins boy, right?
Snyder got a lot of money.
They fuck with,
Snyder like Snyder got his own money though.
But I don't think the heads, the main NFL boys, the heads, they don't fuck with Snyder like that though. So, he's not in that circle like Jerry Jones and Fred.
You might be right.
The powers that be, the most influential owners
in the Pittsburgh folks.
The Rooneys got the long money. They got the longest money. Old dirty money.
Sound like old slavery money to me. Sound like slavery
old dirty slavery money. All of it is, except like Basadi. Except like them .com people.
Yeah, Mark Cuban and Steve Bisciotti up.
That's why
right.
Yeah, that's why when Cuban came to them, they was like, "Yo, what? Where you get your money from?
Right,
internet.
You got your shit recently? No.
They wouldn't let Cuban in the NFL. Cuban couldn't get in the NFL if he wanted to.
We know
he couldn't get in baseball either.
He couldn't get in baseball. And baseball need his help.
Yo,
recently,
how crazy that is. Ballmer had to wait for Donald Sterling to lose his team to buy it.
Why did Donald Sterling lose his team?
And he overpaid. And he overpaid.
Nah,
He don't
Why
care.
did Donald Sterling?
He don't care about that.
I'm just saying.
Why
$2
did-
million for
why
the
did Donald-
$2 billion for the Clippers.
Why did Donald Sterling lose his team?
for being the racist.
No, because they threatened to not play for being
Oh
racist.
yeah. They went out.
I mean, I know I'm being
I
a
forgot
little
about that
facetious,
part.
but
I forgot about
No,
that.
no. So when the slaves revolt, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no work, baby.
don't
They
don't
not coming
play.
to
See what happens.
But so to that, the sister is a black woman who's the union president of the NBA, right? Michelle Roberts. I listened to an interview with her maybe probably a year ago, and she was saying, and they had asked her, they was like, did you ever sit in? What?
Shout out to Marcus McLean. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, baby McLean. Hey, mama.
She did like a woman.
No, you can't do it. You was chilling. Her head came off. Yeah. So Michelle Roberts, she was saying, she sat in on the NFL union meetings. And she said, and they asked her, they said, so what's the biggest problem? She's like, those guys aren't unified. And most of it is because of money, because those contracts aren't guaranteed. Those men will not unite and strike like that because, it's dudes in the NFL living check to check. Like,
If you in the NFL living check, who we talk about?
NFL
Most
players.
of them.
Most of them live check to check.
Just like regular people.
Just like you gotta think, the lower tier of the NFL players, those guys gotta play 16 games just like Drew Brees, but they not making Drew Brees money. That's 80% of the league.
Right.
They live in check to check. On a $400,000 contract, that's before Chapo get it.
Bro, okay, hold on. Now let's keep it a bean. $400,000 a year, right? Nigga, after taxes, they still living better than we all living.
But it's relative.
After taxes, you might be looking at 80,000.
It's right. It's relative because
So you telling me 400,000 break down to 80,000.
But
no,
listen,
you got to pay your agent. You got to pay taxes. It's not that much money. They live in apartments, bro.
Do you know how happy I would be to make $80,000 a year?
But listen, that's the apples to oranges. So it's relative, right? All they doing is mimicking regular people. So regular people live paycheck to paycheck. When you when you earn more, you tend to spend more. I've been guilty. I am guilty. You understand? I'm trying to get out of that whole rut. When I made $45,000, I was killing it. You understand? You make $145,000, it's the same fucking thing, except maybe your house a little bigger, maybe your sneakers a little different,
nicer,
maybe bit nicer, but it's the same kind of issue. So now at 42, I understand that. I got, and I'm trying to move past that understanding. That's why most NFL players or professional sports teams go broke. So that's what I appreciate about Jay-Z. As a Rock Nation sports management group, I think one of his tenements was to get people financially prepared to have these situations and income. Man, this shit is so bogus that with the veteran minimum in the NFL at 1 to 3 or 5 years might be $490,000. From 5 to 6 years, it might be 600. Right? Ain't even like at 9 years, it's not even $1 million. It was 900,000. I looked it up. Why did I look it up? Because they paid the 16-year-old that won a Fortnite championship $3 million. And my point was that this motherfucker made more than a veteran minimum. That's a 9-year veteran in the NFL. You understand? So when you do it like that, that shit ain't no long money. That's not generational wealth. A nice house, a nice car, and somebody fucked it up in 3 years.
Bro,
but see, know what the problem is with them?
The Ravens players here live in apartments, bro. Like some of the dudes who
great like that.
Yeah.
But know what? A lot of them cats is trying to keep up with the Jones.
They just don't got it.
All right, but listen, hold on. Another problem is the difference between the NFL player union and the NBA player union is the NBA player union take care of shit like that. You gotta show respect to Chris Paul and Brian and them cats who make sure they guys is taken care of. The NFL, just like with Zeke out right now, because these players know they got a certain amount of time on a shelf life as far as being fresh. And with the NFL, with this fucking I I keep saying it with this fucking franchise tag, where you do 4 years if you're a first round draft pick, then they can franchise you for 2 more years. That's 6 years in. As a running back, your career is damn near over at 29.
That's because the old players did that. It's the same thing, man.
Right. So it's not. It's a lack of them taking care of themselves. It's a lack of the guys who got the big money, making sure everybody's okay and sacrificing. You get what I'm saying? The NBA, even though it's less players, which is understandable, it's a little easier to do because there's less guys on a 15-man roster, 30 teams, and you're talking about 53 and 32. But end of the day, what happens is the guys who make it 20, 30 million ain't worried about the cast that's the 53rd man on the roster. And they're not willing to sacrifice for their brother. Like, as much as they try to talk about football being the ultimate team sport, where is it financially when I'm struggling and you up?
Man, if we could ever understand that and put our shit together, a lot would change, bro. If you think the world is ran on the talents of black people. Music,
no doubt.
Entertainment, sports. So by sports, there's a gambling extension. By sports, there's a beer and drinking extension. You know, shit get bored, like Super Bowl, all this food and liquor gets consumed. Like it's you know, entertainment. Hip hop is the biggest genre in every spinoff of that. Matter of fact, before hip hop, all the other genres that were stolen by the genius of black people, right? The fact that we waking up to this, if we could get ourselves together collectively, we own it. But that's the problem when you see a Jay-Z who's a known capitalist and you know, get on it. You're like, yo, wait a minute. You know, so it's real hard, man. I think he rides for the people in his heart of hearts. But that shit, like I think I tweeted this. If his circle didn't anticipate this level of backlash, then his circle too small. You know how we crave small circles. Oh, my circle's small, I cut up. But like, yo, if nobody in the room said, yo, they gonna roast us for this shit. If everybody thought this was a great idea in that room, right? If Tata, if Beyonce, if my man Emery, right? If Juan Perez and them, right? If they thought this was a good idea that nobody anticipated the backlash, then the circle too small. If they had me in a room and they said, we think about partnering with the NFL, what you think? I'd be like, what? Right? What you mean? Just off the natural tendency. So, like, especially when you don't hold their feet to the fire about no change. Ain't nothing changed since the partnership. Ain't nothing changed before the partnership.
But the one thing we got to understand and kind of take heed to is, like I said last week, he hasn't lost. How many decisions has he made financially, business-wise?
Listen, man, he don't have a master to reasonable doubt. All his own.
That's just, I mean, that's more of a you wanting it than he don't need it. He don't need the masters of reasonable doubt.
But you asked the question.
He wants it. Is that a loss? That's a loss?
But no, I'm saying that's not a win. You can't count that as a win, right? So, you know, a win.
The amount, okay. What? Okay, if Dame put it, because Dame got it, right? Am I wrong? Dame got it.
I think they three got it.
Right. So if Dame put Dame's stubbornness is what really Dame probably could be in a better financial situation in life if he would be more more flexible in this situation. His stubbornness.
I'm not co-signing. Go ahead.
Bro, what you shaking your head for,
I'm listening to what you're saying, so I'm gonna let you get your point off before I go.
All right, so I'm saying, like, okay, Dame won't bend. Dame won't give up. Dame and Biggs. I guess him and Biggs is good. So maybe Biggs is willing to do whatever.
They're not good.
But Dame is him and Biggs?
Biggs and Jay-Z better than Biggs and Dame.
That's what you're talking about.
That's what I'm talking about Big and Jay-Z.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right. So Dame, end of the day, damn, dog. The struggles we see as far as your child support shit, no matter how much you get in front of a mic and talk that Harlem fast shit, that fast talking gibberish shit, trying to confuse a motherfucker, it's obviously you have a financial situation that ain't solved yet. So Is it a loss for Hov personally because that's what he really want? It's not hurting his pockets. I'm pretty sure if he gave Dame $5 million and Dame accepted it, which would put Dame in a better situation, and he would have the rights. It don't hurt him financially to the point where as though you get what I'm saying. Like we talking about a billionaire now.
I think we splitting head. That's the whole problem though, yo. If we talking about like if Jay-Z died with his net worth today, would he be okay with that? Right? Every one of us would. He should. That's how we think. So what the fuck you need with the NFL?
I don't know. I just say we give it some time and see. I mean, like listen,
we
like
can only give it time because he's done so much. That's the whole point. That don't mean I can't be critical of you in the moment. It stinks. You got to make it smell better. That's what it's in. Or I'm not going to keep putting money in you or your white pockets. It is that simple for me because you become them at that point. You got to show me.
And it comes a point where, okay, let me ask you this. Where does the what have you done for me lately? And saying what he's done lately, do we give it an opportunity for it to be a thing where it's like, let's wait and see because of what he's done? Because Jordan was talking about, and Jordan, I've been right with you with the whole shooting his brother, doing as far as people. And what you say, cool, you say all the time, we got to give people a chance to be woke. You know what I'm saying? Let's say the last 2 years haven't been of a negative situation. It's been all positive. Let's say, like, you got to, I'm doing this. I've showed y'all that where I've been at with on the type of time I've been on. So my last 2 years have shown you where I'm at with it. Trust me. You get what I'm saying? Like, give me a minute.
And I think, man, the main thing is this, man. Like, and it's funny because, you know, even on this podcast, we are not like, oh, Colin Kaepernick, right? And just, oh, Colin Kaepernick. We also are not like, oh, Jay-Z, oh, right? So we talk about Colin need to speak up more and all that kind of stuff. But the fact is, they really did blackball boy, right? And so before you even fucking with them, you could be like, yo, you still serving injustice. I'm not fucking with y'all. You can say that, or you could not say that. You could, you know, it's so like, I don't know, man. I do know, but like, I'm not blind on it.
I got a question for all three of y'all, because y'all shut me down last week when I said this. And I think this, and I need to know, just answer my question, because y'all just shut me down and didn't answer my question when it comes to Colin Kaepernick. Skill set wise, not even none of the other shit. Just talking skills. As an NFL quarterback, last time you saw him, would you want him to be the quarterback of your team? Nothing else involved.
Yes.
How do you feel about Colin Kaepernick as a quarterback?
Yes.
Guess what?
I never understood this.
Hold on. I'm gonna go. I don't believe you, Jordan. You're fucking lying. You do not want him to be
I don't know what that's
Colin Kaepernick, the perfect backup for
hold on. I didn't say backup. I said you're starting quarterback.
Yo? What are you basing that off of? Colin Kaepernick went to the Super Bowl. That's more than fucking 40 quarterbacks in the NFL right now. He carried the team.
Hold on. You're right.
Literally.
53 minimums. Hold on. Don't talk that shit to me. I'm looking at 3 Baltimore Ravens fans. Let's talk about your first Super Bowl. Who was the quarterback of that team? A motherfucker going to the Super Bowl as a quarterback don't necessarily mean that
I'm not talking about his defense being lights out.
Right.
I'm talking about Colin Kaepernick coming in the middle of the fucking season and carrying that team to the Super Bowl. That's what happened. I'm not
right.
The Baltimore Ravens in 2000 was totally different. I could have played quarterback. We talking about
okay, exactly. Listen, you're a football fan, right? You watch football, right?
What's your point, yo?
You watch football? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Now, if you really watch football, we all know this. Tell me this. You can't really tell anything about anybody until what? As far as a quarterback, any position, especially a quarterback.
We giving way too much.
Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro.
Yo.
We seen Robert Griffin the third, right?
Okay.
Seen him?
Yeah.
So what happens? What happens is you come out here and you ball, and then what happens? The NFL gets tape on you, right?
No.
Right?
No,
Yes, it
yo,
do.
no.
Get the
Griffin
fuck
got
outta
hurt.
here,
That's not what
dog.
happened.
Hurt. What are you
But
talking about?
listen.
Hurt.
He got
Hello,
hurt.
Nada with his leg back and forth.
Okay, okay,
hurt.
right, okay,
What
okay.
happened?
Forget that.
You
Forget
bring
that.
it up.
Chip
Yeah.
Kelly. Hold on. Chip Kelly offense.
What about it?
Chip Kelly
What you
offense.
say?
Once the NFL gets tape on you, they adjust. You said that Colin Kaepernick came in the middle of the season,
Yeah.
right? Ain't nobody had no tape on him. He got off, took the team to the Super Bowl. What happened the next year, bro? Or the year after that, bro?
Didn't he go to the NFC Championship? He been to a separate NFC Championship, no?
No. What you said to me was you said he went to the Super Bowl.
I'm
Didn't he
about
beat
him
Green
as-
Bay in the playoffs?
Right.
He might have beat
Did
Green
he?
Bay.
Yeah.
He ran down their throat in the playoffs.
No.
That long ass run.
What you
That
saying?
wasn't
yo,
that was
you,
that
you,
wasn't a Super Bowl year.
you're making it seem as if there are so many other great quarterbacks and he doesn't deserve a job. That's my point.
You don't.
That's
I
what
didn't
you're,
say
that's
you
what you're trying to say. You're
You
like,
didn't
would you
answer
want
my
him as the
question.
quarterback? What the fuck does that mean, yo? What does
Because
that mean?
it means to me, because me being a fan and me knowing quarterback. Listen, dog. The game on right now, right? This is what I do.
Can you
Listen,
name?
oh,
No.
let me
Is,
talk.
is Colin Kaepernick better than how many quarterbacks in the NFL today? That's what we're talking about.
Hey, can I name him? Can I name him the ones he better than, Ralph?
Go ahead.
All right.
Hold on. You shouldn't be able to name them. If it's that many, we should be sitting here all day. If it's that many.
It
right?
is that many.
raised.
It is
My
that
hand
many.
Come on, dog.
My hand
It
raised.
is.
Ralph, can I go?
Go ahead.
Neef, can I go?
Go ahead, bro.
He's better than Derek Carr. He's starting. He's better than Ryan Fitzpatrick, who will start day one.
Where's Ryan Fitzpatrick at?
In
Miami.
Tampa Bay.
Miami.
I'm sorry.
He's starting.
Sorry.
He started.
Agree with that David Carr
He's
shit.
better than
I don't
fucking
agree with that.
Jameis Winston. Like,
I don't agree with that neither.
I
I
know
don't
you
agree with that
don't. He's
neither.
better than fucking Kirk Cousins.
You just have to bump your fucking head.
That's
He
four.
better than
What are you talking about, Neef?
Your man's ain't won nothing, yo. Your man's ain't won nothing.
He definitely better than your quarterback then.
Yo, you
Okay,
think it was your heart?
that's fine
You think it was
too.
your heart?
Throw his name in there too. Fuck you talking about.
Hey.
Lamar Jackson,
Yeah, throw his name in there too.
That's
He
fine.
can't throw the ball
Hey,
50,
fine.
20 yards.
fine.
Neef, hold on. Hey, Neef, it's a reason God
Bullshit,
put
man.
our brain.
Y'all not being honest. I need honesty.
I'm being honest, bro.
So you telling me honestly he can start? You want him starting?
Yes,
You
he can
No.
start.
Listen.
Collins. We going to the
Listen.
bowl, Collins?
Can you hear me out?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why wasn't he invited into a camp? And I don't believe why wasn't he invited? And all they had to do was invite him and cut him. What the fuck is they doing? Invite him, let him not be as good as these quarterbacks, and cut his ass. You can't even get into a camp. It's bullshit.
Hold on. Y'all Baltimore cats, right? Was y'all not about to sign him?
That's bullshit. I don't believe it.
Answer my question.
I don't believe
Y'all was
it.
about to sign him.
I don't believe it. That's what they told me. And NASA giving a double kneel down Ray fucking Lewis made them not sign him. I don't believe that they were going to bring him into CF. Who told us that?
You
I
telling
don't
me. Y'all listen. Y'all lit here. You came at the owner and the best player in the fucking history of y'all fucking franchise.
What does that mean,
That
yo?
don't mean nothing.
Right, that don't mean shit. That means Ray Lewis coming off because he double kneel down. I don't give a fuck that he's the best owner, best player in franchise history. I don't give a fuck. I don't believe sign him and wasn't. That's a bunch of guys, yo.
Oh my
They
God,
lying.
yo. That nigga not nice. That nigga not nice, dog.
So even if he's not a starting quarterback, if that's what you're saying, is he a backup quarterback? Let's be real.
That's what I'm saying.
Is he better
Stephen
than
A.
Chase Daniels?
Listen.
Is he better than Chase
Listen.
Daniels?
Hold on.
Is he better than Mark Sanchez, who had a job?
Stephen A. Smith ran that. Listen. Stephen A. Smith ran that shit down, and I'm gonna post
Why
this
you
shit.
talking about this
About to
coon
sign
now,
with-
Paul?
Listen,
Stephen A.
he was
Smith.
about to sign.
You
He's
talking
about
about
to
this
sign with
coon ass
Baltimore.
Fuck
Listen,
Stephen A.
hold
Smith.
on.
Don't believe it.
Baltimore three. Hold on. Baltimore act like they wanted to sign him. The Dolphins act like they wanted to sign him.
Don't believe it.
He wore the cash.
Nobody ever said that.
Shirt,
Nobody from
Miami.
Baltimore ever said that, me. Nobody from Baltimore ever said
What about?
that.
What about Seattle? Seattle was about to sign him.
I don't believe that either.
Oh my God!
What happened? What happened?
He
What
didn't-
happened?
Yo, I swear to God.
Yo, ball.
What happened? What happened with Seattle?
I hope
What
Lamar
happened?
Jackson break both his legs
What-
and he your
what-
quarterback.
What
I
happened with
guarantee you,
Seattle?
you're not going to be happy. I
Hey,
guarantee
Neef,
you.
they got this. Baltimore got the same coach that had Colin in fucking San Francisco. They know what
Y'all
it
don't
is.
got him. Y'all got his brother.
Shit, Greg
talking about?
Roman. Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator, baby, that was with Cat in San Francisco. I don't believe it. They lie. I don't believe it.
That nigga not that nice,
What?
dog.
What happened? Nobody's telling you that nice.
You're trying to compare him to Tom Brady. What I'm saying to you is he the 65th quarterback in the NFL? That's my question.
Dog.
No, answer that question, Neef.
No, he's not. He's not.
You-
But did he agree?
Why did the Redskins sign?
Backs better than
Why
Colin Kaepernick.
He the
Why did
same
the
nigga.
Redskins sign a
Hold
nigga that
on.
wasn't in the league for 5 years?
Hold on. Who was the quarterback? He was just the last year. Where's Juice when I need him? Where's Juice when I need
Blaine
him?
Gabbert. Blaine Gabbert. He was
Right,
better than
it
Blaine
couldn't be him
Gabbert.
out. It couldn't be
That's
him out.
bullshit. The coach that took him to the Super Bowl left.
Left.
Why?
Right. And he ain't
Why?
been shit since. Know what that means? He's a system quarterback.
So
That
what?
system work.
So
That's
what?
it.
That doesn't
So
matter.
what that he a system quarterback? Hey, so what he, you know
It's sad that you
Listen.
believe there's 65 quarterbacks better than Colin Kaepernick. That's sad.
Don't say that I said that.
That's sad.
I never said that.
I
What
asked you
said
that.
was,
I asked you
he's
were there
a-
64
and I said
quarterbacks
no.
better.
I
You said
said
yes.
no.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
So
Okay.
that's what we
So
talking
that's
about.
my point.
My point is this.
That's it.
He's a system
He should have got
quarterback.
invited. Should have got it and allowed to be fucked up. That's all I'm saying.
The only offense he's good in is an offense where he hikes the ball and he can possibly
Guess what?
hand it off to the
Guess
running
what?
back, or he can throw the ball.
That's
That's it. And
75%
guess
of
what?
the offenses right now.
Neef,
No, it's not. Come on, man.
Neef, you got if you a Vikings fan and Kirk Cousins your quarterback, you got one of the worst system quarterbacks in the league. He can't even move 3 feet side to side without throwing an interception.
Listen, we will see when
Matt
the week
Schaub
starts.
still play.
We'll see when the
Matt-
week starts. Listen,
All quarterbacks are system quarterbacks.
listen. When I look at your quarterback, I see the same shit I see when I see Colin. I see the same shit I see when I see RG3. So he got to show me something. Because guess what? They got tape on him now. So don't talk that shit to me and week 8 come and y'all looking for somebody else. Don't talk that shit to me.
I promise you.
Who got to show you something? Who got to show you something? Who got to show you?
Quarterback. Your quarterback. Lamar Jackson.
Who?
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, what's the point of that? They all
go to the
do.
Super Bowl.
What you talking about?
Don't talk about my quarterback.
They all got to show
You
something.
believe in
The fact
Jameis
is,
Where's
is they
Juice
didn't
when
invite
I
the boy
need
to
him?
dance.
Where's Juice when I need
So
him?
you mean to tell me? Listen, you mean to Watson is a Kaepernick clone? That is the same thing. You mean to tell me your ego so fucking big you can't because you're hurt, Ray Lewis? Get the fuck out of here, yo! I don't
Who you
believe
talking
that.
about? No. Who you say? I didn't hear you. Say it again. Cool.
I said you mean to tell me your ego so fucking big that you don't invite Colin Kaepernick in because your ego got hurt about a post or something? Ray Lewis and Steve Bisciotti. I don't believe that is what I'm telling you. I don't believe that he was close to signing in Seattle. What happened in Seattle, Neef? Why didn't he sign
Listen,
it?
this is what I said.
Why didn't
And
he sign it? Why didn't they invite him to
I
camp?
don't know, bro.
Right.
I'ma
It's a
tell you
lie. It's a lie.
Me being
That's what
honest.
I'm saying.
Me being honest, and one day you guys will look at me and be honest with me and tell me,
What makes you think he's not being honest?
because this is what I'm asking you. What I asked you was one simple question. I never really got the answer to it. I said, going into week 1, 2019, September, whatever the day that the shit dropped, the 9th, whatever day that the season starts. Going into the season, if Colin Kaepernick, I'm not saying nothing else. I'm not saying any of the other things. I said going into the season, 2019, week 1, if Colin Kaepernick was your quarterback, would you feel like you had a Super Bowl team? You had a Super
Why
Bowl
would you
quarterback?
put that?
That's all I asked.
Bullshit question,
The
man.
goalpost, yo.
That's
You're
a
moving the
bullshit
goalpost.
question.
I'm not
man.
moving no
The
goalpost.
You
You
are.
got a playoff team.
Let me tell you who I
You
believe
got
is
a
going to be in the
competitive
Super Bowl.
team.
Let me tell you who I believe is going to be in the Super Bowl this year. Thomas fucking Brady. That's who I believe will be in the Super Bowl. So that means the other 31 motherfuckers ain't going to be there. And I believe Aaron Rodgers is great. I believe
You're moving the goalposts. I asked you a question.
You're asking me a question that matters not.
Did you answer my question?
It doesn't matter.
I'm asking you a simple question.
Your question is moving the goalposts. You're moving the goalposts.
Or do you believe you got a playoff team? You got an 8-8 team with Colin Kaepernick as your quarterback?
Yes.
So your first question was, is he better than starting quarterbacks? I gave you two. I
had one question. I said going into the season, would you feel comfortable with Colin Kaepernick? No, that's the first question I asked.
That's a different question.
You said better than first.
No.
You said, I feel comfortable, then you said Super Bowl. Which one is it, yo?
No, I said Super Bowl after that. When I first asked the question, I can't wait till we play this shit back and I listen to it again. Then I'm all
right, so let's forget about it. Let's ask the question then.
From the rip, I said, as fans of football, going into week 1, would you feel comfortable with Colin Kaepernick starting on your team?
Not over Lamar Jackson.
That question, and I said yes.
No, I'm saying if he was starting. I'm saying if he's the starting.
Not over Lamar Jackson.
Okay. Right. You wouldn't feel comfortable.
But I would be fine. I would be fine if Colin Kaepernick was a backup.
Let me ask you this. Preseason game 3. Lamar Jackson gets hurt. You're not comfortable with the starting quarterback. Your team say, we're going to bring in Colin Kaepernick. Do you feel like you still have a winning franchise?
Yes. Ask me why, Neef. Ask me why.
Why?
Because the same motherfucker that took him to the Super Bowl is in Baltimore as the offensive coordinator. That means he understands that you're not putting a white statue back there in a pocket passing. That means he can adapt to these short, quick, Hollywood Brown hitch routes in a strong running game. Yes, I'm okay with that. The same thing they finna do with Lamar Jackson, except he got Michael Vick speed and not Colin Kaepernick speed. Yes.
And if your quarterback got hurt, who's your quarterback? Neef?
I wouldn't want Colin.
No, that's not what I asked.
Hold up. I can't wait.
That's not what I asked.
I'm in the midst of doing something.
That's not what I asked.
What's up?
I asked you if Kirk Cousins got hurt, who would you want to be your quarterback?
Not him. As a quarterback. I'm being honest.
You're not saying anybody.
I've been saying it.
Who's the backup in Minnesota? Who's the backup in Minnesota?
Yo, here we go.
Who's the backup in Minnesota?
Hold on. Colin Kaepernick stats. 59% completion sentence. No.
What is it?
They're not. 59% completion percentage. 59%. He's a 59% completion percentage quarterback in the league. Touchdowns to interceptions. In 2015, 6 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. 2016, 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, which wasn't too bad. But his completion percentage is 59%.
You know what the league
you want to. Kirk,
right. You know what the league
completion percentage is 70%.
It's not 70%.
The league averages for completion percentage?
Last year, he had one of the highest completion percentage in the league.
It's not 70%. That's a lie.
Pull it up. What's the bet?
So listen to this. Joe Flacco, 60, 63, 62,
right.
57, 59,
right.
59, 62,
right.
64,
out of here.
64, 61.
9 years.
That's your squad. What are you talking to me about that for? That's your problem. What are you telling me?
I just brought it up. We talking about a Super Bowl winning quarterback who made $120 million a year. That's what we're talking
out of here.
What are you
with
saying?
2% points high.
He didn't make $120 million a year.
I said
$120 million a year, bro. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying.
I don't care. It's me against the world. Line it up.
Yo,
no, line that shit up.
Give me somebody else.
Neef.
Let's see. Jameis Winston.
What I'm saying is,
go
look it up. Look it up. What I continue to say is, he was not. Is there 64 quarterbacks in the league better than him? No, there's not. Or 66, whatever the number is. No, there's not. You're right. There's not. But is he top 10, top 15? No. Is he top 20?
I'm not
And that's
saying.
all I'm saying. That's all
I'm not saying that. That's not fair to say.
Listen, and
You don't-
listen.
So
Hold on,
guess
hold
what
on,
they
hold
don't
on.
have on Colin Kaepernick right now? Tape.
Listen.
They don't have tape
Terrell
on right
Owens.
now.
Hold on. Terrell Owens, same thing. It comes to a point where it's though, no matter what it is, when the drama or whatever comes with you, the drama and the talent. We all know this as fans of the NFL. Let's just say that. Can y'all at least tell me that? Like, let's keep it a bean. The drama, whether it's totally negative, and it's, Terrell Owens has never been in, had no problems with the police or anything. Never went to jail. None of those sorts of things. Carmelo Anthony, way, never been in no trouble. It comes a point in sports where the talent drama. And if it's a lot of talent, and it's the talent
it's your best argument to date. Not the talent. It's the best argument to date. Talent versus drama is the best argument. So your question, like if you asking,
I had that in the cut. No, I had that in the cut. I was waiting for y'all to come.
No, yo.
I was ready.
But that's your best argument to date. You can say that white folks won't come out and support Colin because he was kneeling. Like, so a business owner can be like, look, I don't want to sign the dude because I don't know what's going to happen. I can believe that more than, oh, he's just not talented enough. That's bullshit. And if you're in Seattle, where weed is legal, if you're Seattle, you understand what I'm saying? if you're San Francisco, where it's a bunch of gay people, and weed is legal, you mean to tell me you can't fucking sign Colin Kaepernick or some shit like that? That's bogus and bullshit, yo.
Let me talk about another starting quarterback in the league since you brought him up. Blake Bortles, 58.9, 58.6, 58.9, 60.
Who's he starting for him? Who's he starting for him?
No, I'm just saying what he was.
Who's he starting for?
I'm talking
Doesn't
about
matter.
he was a starter. He started. He
Doesn't
started.
matter.
Right.
Started.
Started.
He had a
No,
job.
y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit.
His best year was 63.
The name of this podcast
Say it again.
His best year was
the Roll On. The name of this podcast is the Neef Roll On. Neef got jumped. That's the name of this podcast. Flush got jumped.
Just started some
Got
shit.
3 bucks. With Juice when I need him. Juice with the big beard. Juice, come on.
Yo, Nathan
Scotch,
Peterman
please.
started.
Nathan Peterman.
Nathan Peterman started a playoff game, dog. Nathan Peterman threw 5 interceptions and a half.
Matt Schaub is the pick 6 king, and that nigga's still in the league.
Everything he throw turned into pick 6.
He threw a pick 6 for 8 weeks straight in Houston, yo. 8 weeks straight. 8 weeks. Neef, 8 weeks.
Listen, I am exhausted because hey y'all, listen, everybody, I want y'all to comment.
Put him in Indianapolis.
Oh.
I'll take Bissett. Hold on.
Even though I like
Collin
he can back up Bissett. He can back up Bissett. I like Bissett. He can back up Bissett. He can back up Bissett. I'm not saying that. I don't mean to say that. He can back up Bissett.
Hold on, but cool. The other issue that we got. Hold on, Joe. Let me ask you this.
I'm listening.
Said that he would accept being a backup. Has Kyle said that he would accept being a backup? No, he hasn't.
So
come on.
Yeah, another good argument, Neef. We agreed last week that he need to fucking talk, though. I agreed, at least. So that's true. That's yet another good argument. But I don't believe he didn't say I would only be a starter. I think that's bullshit, too. Because he
didn't say
know
anything.
better. Right. So why not bring him in the camp and let him throw the ball? And be like, oh, he a scrub. Cut his ass. I don't understand.
Hey, man, how y'all feel about Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, cool. My bad.
No, we can go for it. We've been an hour to change on
talking
this.
bullshit.
We can go for a change. How you feel about what? Brothers talking
How y'all feel
shit.
about old boy retiring? How y'all feel about old boy retiring last night and they booing him?
Hold on. Let me go. Let me go
that
first.
was fucked up. Yeah, go ahead. Set it up,
Let me
man.
go first. I gotta respect Andrew Luck for he could easily be about his bread, and what come to find out the Colts are going to pay him for this year. He left $58 million on the table. You know, I mean, and that's
bonus.
Right, but they giving him the $24 million.
Well, that was
bonus. Well, they're not. I heard. I said
not
gonna keep the money.
No, they're not coming after the bonus. They ain't paying him
right.
shit.
They could go up to the bonus like the Lions did, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Right. End of the day, like you gotta respect, and this is happening a lot in the NFL where guys are putting their health before the check. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta respect it. We've seen the best, and he had a good year last year.
What?
But
Comeback player of the year.
he had a good year last year.
Comeback player of the year.
That's what made me question your honesty, because you're not being honest.
I give a fuck about him, yo.
You don't gotta give a fuck. You watch football enough to know that he's a good
I
quarterback.
watch the Ravens. And I cut my fucking TV off. I don't watch football all day.
That's true.
During the bye
I don't
week,
watch the other games no more.
Well, stop talking about. Well, listen. Stop talking about Colin Kaepernick like you're nice to. You watch the Ravens cut the fucking football off. So all you seen was Colin. Hold on. All you seen was Colin in a Super Bowl against y'all. That's all you seen.
Yeah.
You just said. All right then. So stop talking about. Talk to me about one game. On that one.
My bad.
Now,
why do you think we lying?
Who lying? We talk about Andrew Luck right now. We done talking about Colin.
You brought Colin up, not me.
You said all I do is watch Raven games.
Yeah, and you talking to the
but
wrong
you gotta say
player.
about
You gotta
Colin.
talk about the fucking Colts. Fuck the Colts. Forever in life.
Why? Because they left Baltimore before
For
you.
the same reason we fucking Ravens.
Right. Yeah.
This is a Raven podcast.
What do you want me to say?
Where's Juice? Where's Juice when I need him?
And fuck the Mayflower Moving Company too.
Why did I tell you to call Boyd? Like, I should have just said, at least I could just deal with two of y'all. I got Boyd over there, like.
And fuck the Mayflower too, the original one.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
That one too.
I saw the picture. All the motherfuckers. Picture the Santa Maria.
I saw a comment on one of the blogs was like, "Oh, you gotta feel sorry for Colts fans." I was like, "You should ask." I was like, "No, you don't." I was like,
"Yeah, fuck out of here."
Yeah, I said all it was karma. My man quit it in the middle of the night.
Hey,
you know what'd be funny?
All because 40 years later.
If he hired,
listen,
if he was to move back to California or Texas and hired a Mayflower company to move his stuff, and they get video of that, boy, that's poetic justice right there, boy.
Hey, yo, you should have heard my daughters over here making fun of his voice. Like, why does he talk like that?
But they think he got a no. They think
it was grinding him clean the fuck up.
They think he got like a pituitary issue.
Oh yeah.
But then he like,
oh yeah.
So like them, those people were booing him, and people was like, oh man, he quit on his team. I'm like, yo, he had a lacerated kidney.
Yeah, and played like that. You can't. I mean, I'm not no Andrew Luck fan, but I'm gonna tell you, yo, like Terrell, to be honest with you, like as I'm thinking about this, has something to do with like how I think about it. I'm not an Andrew Luck fan just because of the hype and all that. He, you know, whatever it is. I'm not an Indianapolis fan who gives a shit.
I think he's
nice.
But
I mean, yeah, I'm not saying he's not nice. I'm just not a fan.
Right.
But you can't deny his ability. You can't deny his, you know, all of that. So if you talking about like, I remember we were talking about just basically when you understand things like whether we talking about being gay and coming out the closet or mental health, you understand? So for the mental health aspect, if that nigga was like, yo, this shit too much, this shit drives me fucking crazy, I gotta give him an acquiesce because you've played through other physical things. I'm giving fucking Luck the benefit of the doubt like I'm giving Jay-Z. I seen you play hurt. I seen you play injured, right? So I'm just gonna say, look, y'all, it was me or I'm gonna blow my fucking head off trying to come back from these injuries and don't blow your head off. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that I'm giving him the benefit of doubt on that aspect. Like, yo, it was just too much mentally for him. And I think that's why the booing probably hurt so much because nobody know what somebody going through. The nigga play with a lacerated kidney. You need both of those, or at least one. At least one.
Yo,
and if you don't, you could die. Like that's what we're talking about.
When you hear the word lacerated kidney, like, do you realize how hard you gotta get hit to tear something that's inside of your body?
Right. And keep playing. The fuck?
Not
with
like,
pads on?
He was pissing blood.
Yes.
Yeah.
You understand that? Like, that's real.
Playing in the NFL game.
Yeah.
The rumor mill is saying that the medical staff is questionable as well as ownership because
I can believe that.
Because of what happened to Peyton Manning. And his
Hold on, you gotta
undiagnosed-
listen. You can't just say shit like that. What happened to Peyton Manning? Because for those people who
Call it
don't,
out.
you gotta.
You know, he had the nerve condition in his neck, but
Oh,
you know,
in Indianapolis.
When
Come on.
so you get a physical. You get a
Alright.
physical every year, and you know, they said it was a degenerative condition, which means that whenever they were giving these physicals, someone was overlooking that. You know what I'm saying?
Getting worse. Degenerative meaning getting worse every year.
Right. But you get that physical every year, and they were, you know, they allowed it to get to the point where it was dangerous for him to play.
Mm-hmm.
And he had to get a second opinion for him, you know, for him to get even considered healthy enough to play. But with Andrew Luck, you know, they told him that his shoulder was okay. Come to find out it wasn't. He had
missed a whole season.
He had to get a second opinion, and he was missing the whole season. Recently, his heel or his calf, and you know, cool. As soon as I hear a heel or calf, I'll be like, I know what that is. That's the Achilles. And any Achilles injuries, we just seen it with KD. They said, "Oh, you cool? You can't hurt it no more. You're already hurt." And that thing pop. He probably going in there like, "Yo, these people don't really care about me." Like, first he played behind. But then even this previous ownership, previous general manager, the guy Grigson or whatever. Every year they would come into him like, "Hey man, why are we picking up Andre Johnson? He 40 years old. We don't need no more receivers. We need the offensive line. Andrew getting killed." They showed his highlight tape, and every one of the plays he made, he was getting hit in his face, like getting knocked out. You know, he get up, "Hey, good hit, buddy." That man, he sacrificed a lot for those people to just boo him like that. And then you look at the list of injuries. You know, he was in a position with the guy Trent Williams in Washington.
That's what I was gonna bring up.
Yeah, he has a cyst in his brain, and they told him he was okay.
Misdiagnosed. That's why he's not in camp.
First off, we got to acknowledge the fact that Jordan is done the podcast and put baby girl to sleep. Like, we got to give a cool hand. Right, that's beautiful. Also, we got to think about the fact that remember what Kawhi went through in San Antonio.
That's a good point.
I'm gonna go. You know what I mean? I'm Sunday afternoon Neef. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But
it's crazy, man. You these people, you know, and I've always been pro player. I'm pro player before anything. Like, I'm not pro team. Like, I love my teams, but I'm pro player. Like, when you hear people talking like, "Oh, such and such should take less money," I'm like, no.
Right.
Yeah.
People like, "Yo, Zeke tripping. He need to play his contract out." I was like, no, he don't. He need to go get paid.
Yeah. So it was funny, like back in the beginning, you know what I'm saying, when it was just me and Neef doing this, it was last fall before everybody got on. And we was talking about an old boy that retired in the middle of the game. Remember that shit, Fluff? And
yeah, main man from that's what's his name, brother? What's his name, brother? From Miami, I thought.
No,
Cromartie.
Vontae Davis.
Vontae Davis.
They from Maryland.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, you know, it don't matter what's going on. Whenever your time for you is your time for you. That don't matter what it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So he did what was best for him, and I don't give a shit if that was before the game, during the game, after the game, on the bus. Let me off on the goddamn highway. I'm done. Right? And I don't owe nobody else shit. I don't owe nobody nothing.
Right.
You remember that?
You know what? Hold on. Go ahead, cool.
You remember that? Did y'all see that clip with that boxer where the bell rang and the boxer walked out the instead of coming to start fighting, he walked out the ring like, "Fuck this, I'm gone."
Yeah.
That's what Terrell talking about. No matter when it happened.
No, what's crazy though? What's crazy is they'll grind you up. They'll grind the players up about playing out their contract, but they won't grind the owners up. The owner that'll cut you and not let you play out your contract.
Slavery, my nigga.
Bro,
Slavery.
like you don't. Like my thing is like people be like, "Oh man, he's supposed to honor that." I was like, "Yo, they cut people wouldn't like they don't have a family
with no regard."
Right.
Like you're the breadwinner.
Yeah, they don't cut you like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Here's your check for the rest of the year. They cut you when they find another job.
Let me ask you this real quick. Hold on. Is Pittsburgh still paying the middle linebacker boy that went through all that?
He's still on the team, absolutely.
So he's still getting paid?
He on the team.
Right, okay.
You're on the pup
I was
list.
just curious.
Yeah. But see, if you could, so let's talk about some of the other things besides the skill set, right? That's not the only thing that goes into play into all of this, right? I think Ray Rice still, even they're like, well, they use under the guys that he had a down year, so he was no good. No, nobody wants that media drama, right? The same reason why T.O. didn't get another job, as you alluded to before, right? That same thing goes for a lot of different people, right? So when the news story is more so this than that. And then you have coaches that are willing to take that experiment, the Pete Carrolls of the world, right? The Bill Belichick's of the world. That's why Josh Gordon is out there. Like even old boy who went to prison, Pete Carroll gave him a shot. You understand?
Right.
I thought the
Right.
Atlanta Falcons gave him a shot.
Both. Both.
Okay.
Yeah, but it becomes the darling story, right? The same thing when old boy got drafted to St. Louis, right? And it was
The gay guy.
Yeah, we get to say we drafted the first openly gay, player such and such, because those things also turn into revenue, right? Good or bad or indifferent. It's what type of coverage do you need, because all of this stuff matters. That's why when the kneeling was going on, they was filming. They wasn't even showing the goddamn thing until the kneeling, right? So now it's pageantry. Now it's show. Now it's ad dollars, right? People are now watching. People are not going to watch for certain things. So there's people who do studies on this stuff, and then you do your risk cost analysis. It's a business thing, right? You know what I'm saying? Every company does it. It doesn't matter. We got a risk cost analysis for my business. We still got to do that, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It is what it is, and it's part of it. So you can't get caught up in that part of it and not understand that that's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's not always about your skill set. T.O. probably better than 10 receivers right now.
Right.
Real.
10 starting receivers, right.
Right.
He can be your number 2.
And that's what I meant, starting
right.
receivers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Lining up.
He can be your number 2 receiver right now, or your slot receiver right now.
Right.
Yeah. Straight off the couch. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Because T.O. was such a physical specimen. The same thing going on with Dwight Howard. You know what I'm saying? You coming in here getting rebounds and goddamn blocking shots. You do anything to disrupt this team, you gone.
Cut.
You gone. Right? We're talking about an 8-time All-Star, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. You know what I'm saying? They was talking max contract, but guess what? It's very humbling when you play for goddamn 6 teams in 5 years. Shit get real humbling.
Right.
You know what I mean? It start looking a little different and funny in the light, right? So now you got to go ahead and tuck your head between your ass. You know what I mean?
How you feel being a Lakers fan? How you do Dwight? Okay, losing Cousins, getting Dwight. See the Lakers now, either one of y'all.
I don't care.
I mean, do you lose a lot going from Cousins to Dwight?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Yes.
Cousins can shoot a 3 and Dwight can't. So I'm definitely losing a lot.
Right, but Dwight can give you right now 13 rebounds off the couch.
So?
As long as he don't feel like he wants the ball to pull, as long as he come in and play defense and block shots and rebound and get whatever baskets he can get on putbacks, then we good. I think the Dwight problem is the Dwight wanted the offense ran to him. Like, dog, that's not who you are. What bothers me the most about the NBA is the NBA, first of all, that's your career. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what you do professionally. You know what I'm saying? We see guys like LeBron and Kobe and let's say Damian Lillard. You see guys add to their game because that's what they do. And then you see guys who come in the league and they're one way and then they're that way for 10 years. It's hard for me to see guys in the league 13 years and don't got a post move. Ain't sat down with Hakeem Olajuwon or nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, your career is just that. Like, dog, the offense don't run through you. You rebound the ball, you dunk the ball when you rebound that motherfucker, and you get back on defense to play defense. You want to be the focal point of an offense with James Harden is ridiculous. You want to be a focal point of offense with Kobe Bryant is ridiculous. You want to be a focal point of any offense right now. It's ridiculous.
There's no way.
Catch alley-oops. Catch alley-oops.
Yeah, that's not gonna come out of his mouth, yo. You got 2 options, and I said the Dwight Howard and Carmelo Anthony: adapt or retire. Those are your options. You know?
The White started shooting them threes, didn't he?
Shit, he better sit his ass down. That nigga will be on the streets ASAP. This is his last 6
Yeah.
years ago. 6 years ago, he was the best center in the league. The NBA has changed that fast. He's
It
a
don't take.
liability. Listen, Dwight Howard would not finish the last 5 minutes of a fourth quarter this season. He's the liability on the court. Foul shooting.
Yeah.
So no matter if he start or not, Kuzma's going to end the game. Point blank period. Let me ask y'all something, man.
Does he start over JaVale McGee?
Yeah.
I'm not that comfortable with that.
I think you bring him off the
Have
bench.
go.
I think you bring him off the bench because when if he's on the floor, okay, you don't got McGee. If that's the second unit, Dwight can still get you a bucket. And when he was with the Wizards last year, before he got hurt, he was still serviceable. And like I said, he was shooting threes. So he's adapted that to his game. He just he's not the same athlete anymore.
When the game ends, when you go into the last 4 or 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, the center for the Los Angeles Lakers will be Anthony Davis. They're gonna have the best 5 players on the court. I guarantee you, going into the fourth quarter, LeBron, Kuzma, and AD gonna be on the floor. I don't know who the other 2 motherfuckers are gonna be, but they gonna be there. Let me ask y'all something real quick, man. I had a nigga tell me I like Exhibit, dog. Do I like Exhibit?
No.
But like, hey, Neef, man, I was looking at Exhibit, man, he look just like you. Nigga, if you don't sit your fucking peanut head ass down, nigga. I don't like that, nigga.
I don't see it.
Have any of y'all went and got y'all Popeye's chicken sandwich?
No.
Nah, I ain't eating like that, and I don't live my life like that no more. How about you, Cool? No?
Right.
I don't
I
know.
don't
Jordan looked like
eat
he had
chicken like
he got a little Popeye crumbs on the side of his mustache.
No,
Nah, you ain't have it?
not yet.
You know I'm a part-time vegan, so I don't eat fucking food.
You see these motherfuckers is acting over this chicken sandwich?
Ridiculous. I ain't judging, but it's ridiculous.
That's black.
I'm judging.
That's black Twitter marketing once again.
At its finest. At its absolute
They
finest.
need to stop. They need to elect a black Twitter mayor or something, yo.
The crazy part is the shit been out. Like, who the fuck sparked
It's
this shit? Like, they
been
said this
out.
shit been out for months.
Bruh.
I drove past there this morning and they wasn't even opening the line was wrapped. They took the poster off the window. I've been seeing it.
Black Twitter, bruh.
This shit worse than when Jordans come out.
If you got your finger on a pulse of black Twitter, you can pretty much make $1 million in a day.
And that's been the truth since forever.
We are the creators and the purveyors of cool.
That's one thing we can all agree on. We don't agree on nothing else.
That's not being hyperbolic at all.
Everywhere, across the globe.
All right, let me ask y'all. The Eric Gardner, we talked about it a little bit before that. Is the officer being fired? Does that mean anything? Like you said, at the 5 years.
No.
What does that mean to y'all?
The guy got a $100,000 GoFundMe in like 48 hours after being fired. He was getting paid over $100,000 for them 5 years he was being investigated.
He gets his pension.
He made over $500,000.
He gets his pension. He's fine.
Unfortunately.
Eric Garner didn't have a pension, bro.
All right, you know what? Now it's time to talk about the shit. Jordan, you ready? Oh, yeah, finish your beverage. Because we got to address the fucking elephant that's in the room. Styles P versus Ghost and Ray. You just stood there, bumped your motherfucking hand. I love you. You're my guy. I love you. Styles P and Jada Kiss versus Raekwon, the table cleaner. The table cleaner.
No disrespect.
No, the table cleaner. The bus boy. Versus Raekwon, the bus boy.
So as rappers, okay, right? But in regards to the albums that they make,
no. No, I'm not letting you slide. As far as rappers, what?
I would give the edge to Styles and Jada. But in regards to music, in regards to albums that they made, the body of work, No.
You listen.
It's no Jada or Styles P album that's better than Supreme Clientele.
I told you it was. Gangsta and the Gentleman is better than Supreme Clientele.
Said no one ever.
Listen.
You think
Fucking
Gangsta
Supreme
the Gentleman is better than Iron Man?
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Thank
Y'all
y'all
them niggas is,
to episode 58. We gonna end this shit right motherfucking down.
this shit ain't over.
Hey, bro.
What the fuck is a bulletproof wallet?
Are you kidding me?
Because you can't understand him don't mean that he nice.
What?
You can't understand him don't mean that he nice.
All
What you
that I
talking about?
got is you.
A banger.
That's it. That's it. Give me that and ice cream. That's it.
500. I slap boxing.
What else is it?
Lick shots to Joseph.
What?
Win awards.
Stop quoting that shit like that shit hot.
Win awards.
Win
Win
awards, yo.
awards?
Win awards.
Come on, man. Stop with that shit, man.
I
No
rap the whole
smoke in the
thing.
lungs.
Awards
No smoke in
Do
the
I?
lungs.
Okay.
No
With
smoke
no
in the
Do I
lungs.
gotta?
with
Yo,
no
when you
rap.
start
I
quoting
rapped
Jada-
it
Cool hit you with
yesterday.
Cool hit you with a B-side. Cool just hit you with a B-side. He just hit you with a
No
B-side.
smoke in
No
the
smoke in the lungs.
lungs. No smoke in the lungs. No smoke in the lungs.
Tammy, Fish.
Y'all niggas gotta-
Yeah, can't make.
Come on,
y'all
yo.
niggas gotta know. Do I really gotta do this?
I blame it
Do
on
I
your
really gotta do
age.
this?
I blame it on your age. That's what it is.
Nigga, I'm a year younger than you. Fuck what you talking about?
And
That
that's
shit
the
is
problem. And that's the problem.
Them niggas is poop juice, dog.
There
Nobody
lies
trying to
the
hear that
issue.
shit, dog.
Poop juice.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit.
There lies the issue. You bugging.
Come on, bars up. Stop
You
playing.
bugging.
He even said it. Rapping? These niggas ain't touching fucking Jada and Styles. Like, you can't be fucking serious, dog.
And that's only because of Ray. That's only because of Ray.
Oh, so Ray the weakest link?
Yeah. Lyrically.
Fucking Ghostface not fucking Styles or Jada. He not touching them niggas. You can't be nigga walk around with a robe on and a fucking gold bird on his fucking arm. Yo, get this nigga out of here.
No, the
Fucking
Wallabies, bruh. The Wallabies, the blue. be
Listen,
doing
neither
crazy.
one of them niggas better than Method Man. So get the fuck out of here.
That's true.
Method Man ain't better than Styles or Jada. You
Huh?
bumped your fucking head.
What happened?
Method Man ain't better than Styles or Jada.
What?
Ghost better than Meth though. I don't know about that.
Y'all niggas tripping, man. I'm fucking tired of this shit. I can't do this podcast no more.
Never
This is
leave
my
me
last
shit.
fucking episode. This is my last episode, yo.
Neef, no, for real. You think Gangsta and the Gentleman is better than
Iron
Like-
Man?
Iron?
Have you heard Gangsta and the Gentleman?
Yes.
I skip through it every day.
You don't skip through shit. You run that shit with Styles and MOP. Are you fucking serious? Play Black Magic.
I can't.
Come on, man.
I'm on my way
Play-
to work. It's loud. It's really loud.
Man, y'all gotta be kidding me, though.
I gotta pull up to my
Come on,
building.
man.
I'm working for a Fortune 500 company. I gotta pull up to. It's a little loud.
And you and playing bulletproof wallets? The fuck is a bulletproof wallet? I'm still.
I'm listening to
I've been
Kanye.
asking.
I'm
I've
listening
been
to
asking.
Kanye.
I've been asking for 20 years. What is a bulletproof wallet?
A bulletproof. He don't want niggas can't touch his money, bruh.
Tell me what's the last relevant album that these niggas put out?
That Ghostface.
I'll wait for that.
The last Wu-Tang album last year.
The Pretty Tony joint was tight.
And
What year was that?
Raekwon last album was dope too. Still gets heavy rotation on my phone.
What?
The Purple Tape too.
Ain't fucking with that Dave East style shit to kill that shit. That
No, I'm
Grab and
good
Kiss
on
shit
that.
to kill that
I'm
shit.
good.
Dave East. What are you talking
What?
about? I keep blaming it on your age, yo.
Y'all niggas
Why are
don't
we
listen
talking
to-
about
y'all niggas
Dave
don't
East
listen to
on
rap,
this?
man. Like,
Why
y'all
are we
niggas
talking
can't listen
about
to rap.
Dave East on this podcast?
Yeah, I'm good.
You don't
I'm good.
Dave East?
That Davies.
Come on, man. You the same nigga. You the same.
No. I
Time
don't.
out, Neef. You know who Davies is? Davies is Sebastian Telfair. Yeah, he looked really good on the highlight tapes. It's like he got to the league. You like, no, this ain't
Yo, see now you're lying. Because Sebastian Telfair never looked good on the highlight tape.
He did.
You was
In
tripping
his
about
high
that
school,
one.
he did.
That nigga, come on,
He
man.
did.
his high school joint.
Who in the league didn't look good off a highlight tape?
I haven't listened
Of
to
what's
a
name
whole
tape?
Dave East song in my whole life.
Guess what? DeJuan Wagner would have baked him. DeJuan Wagner would have baked Sebastian
The
Telfair
one Wagner
all
had
day.
them BDBs.
Yeah.
He come from that bloodline.
Look. And Cool look like he got Ghostface. Cool like he got Ghostface fucking.
Dragon. I fuck with it. That's player. That's player. First of all,
I got my
hold
eagle
on.
on.
Hey,
I'm done.
I got my eagle on.
hey,
Where's
I can't
Juice?
tolerate no Dewan.
Where's Juice Edom?
Who? Wait a second. Did somebody slander Dewan Wagner? Because I can't tolerate it.
Cool did.
Cool, you can't.
I said he got the BD bloodline. You know, I was a Cavs fan. With early LeBron. I was in Cleveland, and LeVar Wagner had that. He had that Kevin Durant before Kevin Durant. That shit up there.
He did. That man from the
listen. Kevin Durant
from the
stands
Bucks.
alone. No, Kevin Durant stands alone. This nigga don't brush his hair at
No,
all.
no.
This nigga roll out the bed and just keep it moving.
We got an episode dedicated to KD's peasy head.
Wagner,
Easy
Kevin
ass
Durant,
fucking head.
Pickens. Hard and peasy, but now I'm living well in Georgia, Wheezy.
Listen, if Adrian Broner can afford to have a motherfucker brush his hair, Kevin Durant can afford to have a motherfucker brush his head. Hey yo, real quick, I know we gonna go soon. That Coming to America sequel. I've been seeing pictures. It's a lot of motherfuckers. It's a lot of funny motherfuckers in the thing, dog. A lot of funny motherfuckers.
I think they're
They
gonna
brought
be
everybody back. Niggas gonna be, say it again?
I think they're gonna be reaching.
Say it one more time, bro.
I said I think they're gonna be
You
reaching.
think so?
Yeah.
No, I heard you. I say you think so? Why? What makes you say that?
I think you're just doing too much by adding a bunch of people into it.
Hey, can we talk about how that Jeezy album
But
was just
Eddie-
phony?
Oh, we can talk about that. Give me 1 second, bro. Where you at right now? I know the baby got you distracted. We talk about Coming to America. We can do that though. That's what you want next. We can do that though, cousin.
My daughter texted
So you eating? You got a lot going on.
My daughter texted me about some damn bread.
Right. Okay. So Coming to America too. It's too many people. Eddie can do a lot of people, dog. Like Eddie, like Jay. You got a shot.
Eddie
definitely-
Murphy's argument.
definitely.
It's like I don't need a
Ghostface cool. Ghostface cool. What you think about it?
That shit do look like a mink though, yo.
Iron Man cool.
Like
What you think
blue,
about it, bro?
like blue and cream. Nigga, I put tape on my wallabies and put blue dye and dyed it down the middle. And I had a Tommy Hilfiger shirt with blue on one side and cream on the other.
He ain't lying.
Blue and cream.
He ain't lying. He not lying.
Yo, stop. Listen, can we go back to Coming to? I don't even want to talk about
Blue and
Like,
cream.
Can we just go back to
Hey,
Ghost?
He forced
Coming
us
to
to
America.
call like his. We keep it real with you, Neef.
Ah,
We call
yo.
him cool. We call him cool because he was cool. Like it wasn't like it wasn't like a nickname. That shit came late in life. He was just like, yo, this nigga cool as shit.
Right, listen. Why do you think I say with your Kool-Aid? I peeped the blitz.
It wasn't like he had that joy as a child, yo. It came late in life. And he was like, yo, we gotta call him cool forever. With a K. The doctor came because he earned
Later.
After the fact, yeah.
after the fact.
Yeah, you just gotta call him that.
Oh, he was cool first? He was
Definitely.
cool first?
Most definitely.
Let me ask y'all something else. Is preseason football needed? Should we get rid of preseason football?
2 games. That's it. 2 games.
I can remember watching a preseason game, and it was probably the New York Giants versus the New York Jets. And y'all know they play every year. And I seen Victor Cruz Jr. score 3 touchdowns in a preseason game. And he didn't even make the team that year.
He had
He made
number
the team
2.
the next year.
He had number 2 that year.
Right. But he made the team the next year. I mean, as much as, I also, not only do I think the 4 games are necessary, I think we risk players getting hurt more without the preseason games because there's no, I think we're going to see more guys get hurt more in the season without the preseason games.
So So this is a little known fact in regards to why, for one, they added additional preseason games, and why there as because preseason wasn't even a big deal years ago, but recently, what happened was the NFL understood that their model was built around fantasy football, because fantasy football allows people who haven't been watching football for 20 years to engage, right? So you have these preseason games added because now it gives the novice fan who wasn't watching 20 years ago, who wasn't as invested with a team per se, a fan of the NFL. Now they have an interactive fan who's watching metrics, watching performance for people who are going to be potential players on their fantasy squad. Another, and which is also another source of income, another source of money for the NFL, who doesn't pay any taxes, who is going to profit off of these gentlemen, like someone like Victor Cruz. That season, because I'm a Jets fan, so that season I remember he scored those 3 touchdowns. He had number 2. He was on his way. He was working his way up. He laughing. We gonna go through this again. So
I knew that. I knew that before. I will remember that. No, that sounds familiar.
Here we go. So hear me out. So it allows those people to build metrics. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to it, you got an owner who, like Jerry Jones said the other day, I earned the right to joke with Zeke. You didn't. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was like, oh man, he advocated for him, for him to play, all that. I was like, he wasn't advocating for him to play just because he liked Zeke. Zeke is an asset to him. Zeke gave him an opportunity to separate his legacy from Jimmy Johnson, which he hasn't been able to. And if you know egotistical white men, they gotta be the apex.
Rich.
Yeah, and Jerry Jones is yet to be the apex with a franchise that he owns. So every championship the Dallas Cowboys has during his tenure, for the most part, has been involved. Like with Barry Switzer, they won with Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Jones players, right?
Yeah. Right. So Jerry Jones has been chasing this ghost for years.
20 plus, bro.
He advocated for Zeke. Yeah, he advocated for Zeke to play, during that suspension, based off of him being an asset. So that man's asking for his money because 2 years from now, Zeke could blow out his knee, right? Todd Gurley has an arthritic knee. He's a 25, 24-year-old man. He has an arthritic knee. His value is depreciated. You know what I mean? He can't earn, his earning power, his earning potential was pretty much gone. The Rams, I ain't gonna say they gambled. They did right. They paid him,
2 years early, a year early.
Yeah, they paid him a year early and whatever. But you got somebody like Zeke who has been productive. He's led the league in rushing. He's done everything he's asked to. The value's gone up. I want my money.
That nigga done been in some trouble too.
Bro, that ain't got enough. I mean, okay, yeah, but
They do. It
does.
He's been suspended he missed 6 games due to suspension.
Yeah, but my thing is,
and we gonna downplay it like a year. We gonna year budget though.
So hear me out, Neef. So okay, if the suspension mattered as much as mattered then as a team, as an organization, you do what Kansas City do and like, yo, you know what? You can't be here. Right? We're not gonna tolerate that behavior. We're gonna cut you. You know what I'm saying? Like they did Kareem Hunt, but didn't do the Tyree Hill, but whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you cut him. You know what I mean? So don't throw the your behavior, because my behavior doesn't matter to you when I'm available, healthy, and ready on Sunday. Right? My behavior matters when the money on the table. Oh nah. I'm Zeke. I'm sitting out. Fuck it. I don't got those hits, 400, 500 touches. Man, that shit add up.
Hey, Rel, let me ask you something, Rel. If you back in the restaurant, you in the cooking business, regardless of whatever aspect, you the boss, right? I'm your best cook, right?
Mm-hmm.
I done did some dumb shit. You done help me out the dumb shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I tell you, yo, listen, I ain't getting enough money. I ain't getting enough bread. After you help me out the dumb shit. My performance is important to you because I'm a good cook. I bring some, I'm dependable, you ain't got to worry about me when I'm present, when I'm doing my thing. If after you fought to make sure I was secure, to make sure, I was around to keep my job, because at the end of the day, you keeping the paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be offended with me saying, yo, I need more bread after what you did for me?
No, that's still that's
It's business.
Yeah, like
it's business.
No, I'm asking. I'm just asking.
I said no. Nope.
I said go into it.
Jerry Jones is a separate business entity, right? Ezekiel Elliott is Ezekiel Elliott LLC, whatever it is, right? He's his own business entity. I don't give a fuck what you did for me yesterday. It's what can you do for me today? I don't give a fuck. I don't owe you nothing for you wanting to win a Super Bowl in your place of business. Like, of course you're supposed to cape for me, right? If it's Saturday night, and I'll go back to your reference, if it's Saturday night and I know you my best cook, yeah, I fucking want you to work. But Monday don't mean you ain't gonna pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? That cell phone bill coming on Monday. That cell phone bill coming on Tuesday. Your family is growing, right?
Right.
All say Christmas is coming. I need my bread. I went to Best Buy when I was working at Best Buy, and I was like, I know y'all gave me a raise 2 months ago, but I got another job offer.
I remember
and it's 3 days before Black Friday. What's happening? And that was Terrell LLC being a smart businessman. Fuck you was going to do? Let me walk away? So he took me to the max. Did I have a job offer? No. I did not. Mm-hmm. But guess what? I'm a savvy businessman. So give a fuck. Who cares what y'all did for me? I work here 70 hours a week just like the next man. I'm in here 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning just like the next man. I don't give a shit. But guess what? I got my family to feed, right? My wife like nice things, and so do my fucking kids. I got to do shit. And if I ain't going to do it, who else going to do it? So, yeah, I'm not mad at Zeke. I'm like, you don't owe Jerry Jones nothing.
Nothing.
Check, Jerry.
Nothing, bro.
See how it's going to work out without him
Nothing,
on the Test those waters if you want to.
Hey, Neef, do the math, right? Jerry Jones played like $1.7 million for the Cowboys. The Cowboys is the most expensive franchise
billion,
in the world,
right? Billion?
No, it wasn't $1 billion back then.
It wasn't. He didn't sell not 1.7 million.
I'm pulling it up. Let me pull it up.
I don't think it's 1.7 million.
He paid $1.7 million for the Cowboys, made like 79.
No, it was 80 like that. Something. It was like 88 or some shit.
No, he paid for that joint.
It wasn't no like million, bro. It wasn't no million.
It wasn't $1 billion.
I don't think it was $1 billion either, but it wasn't $1 million.
But they're the most expensive sports franchise in the world.
Hey, cool, you good down there, cool?
I'm good. I'm living.
Just making sure.
He off that oil.
Sure you idle.
I'm off the sober. That's probably the problem. Jordan missed the pregame, so
that ran out that wine, huh?
I've been in on E since Monday.
Yeah, that Moscato over there. That Moscato ain't doing nothing. That Moscato ain't doing enough over there.
I'm shit over here.
I'm working.
Yeah, I gotta ask y'all something else. So next time I said that. Hey yo, while we're looking that up, yo.
Yeah.
Why do rappers always say how much time you got? They be like, yo, you got to the summer, and the summer's mine. Why do you got those 2019 over?
In 1989, he purchased the Cowboys for $140 million. 140. Yeah.
140.
Okay, 140.
Now worth $4.8 billion. Just to put that in context.
And you talking about
that's an investment.
And you talking about he need to
Zeke.
You talking about Zeke need to take a discount?
Pay cut.
Nigga, please.
No short.
Like, nigga, please.
Hey bro, you hear what I asked though, bro?
What?
Why rappers always telling you how much time they got till they take over?
That's because they
2020? 2020?
That writer's block kicking in.
2020 is mine.
Is that still a thing that they doing? Like,
I don't know. I think I heard Hov. I was high and I heard Hov, and Hov said it. I
my
was like, you
favorite
know what?
rapper about to turn 50 years old in 4 months. I don't care about nothing they talking about. I don't care.
That nigga said, I got now. I don't care who got next. And I think he still got now. Huh? Ain't nobody. No, Drake took now. Drake took now. Let's give it a
Yeah, I was about to say,
Drake
we
took
went through
now.
this. We went through this. We're not gonna go through it again.
Hey, yo, hold on. I got a good question that needs to be addressed on this podcast. How many times is baby gonna go fall asleep and wake back up? Like, you got to get your shit together, Jordan. Your down game ain't good because she keep popping back up.
Me and my wife was talking about this the other day. He's like, yo, we got the kids who don't go to sleep. But I was like that.
I say she get it on.
You look like
the whole
you look like you was like that.
Bro,
all night long. Jordan be up
Friday night videos,
right?
watching Thriller and different skins.
Yo, Friday night, everybody was up. Jordan, Carter, and the baby. It was 3:00. I said, Shay. She said, what are they doing down there? I said, I don't know. I don't care. I'm going to sleep.
Oh, I go to sleep when the kids quick. I'm notorious. And I won't wake up when they up. They can knock on the door. I still be sleeping. I be playing like I'm sleeping. You ever play like you sleep so? Because somebody got to get up and address the situation. I be like, I start making snoring noises.
He said he fake snoring.
As soon as I hit her, I said, pat, 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 pat. My shit turned. I hope she don't hear this shit. I hope she don't hear this shit. I'll be like, oh shit, they up. I ain't shitting, I know it.
No, that shit funny.
Hey yo, speaking on that Jeezy shit, I ain't listen to it though, man. I ain't listen
to it. Don't waste your time.
Listen, when Jeezy on fire, it's certain shit I expect. I need.
Don't waste your time, yeah.
No. I need to see.
After the Jeezy, intro, after like 2 songs, you like, oh damn, this ain't it.
When I checked the list. I'm like, all right. I ain't see Plies on there. I'm like, oh, he don't got Plies on there. Okay. Well, is something wrong?
Ross is pretty good. Ross got a pretty decent one.
Yeah, I love Ross album. That shit.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rel. Go ahead.
What? I'm not listening to the Jeezy. Not going to do it unless y'all tell me. I need at least 5 people to tell me this fire.
I love to know. I was talking about.
I'm gonna listen to Rhapsody though.
I gotta listen to that too. I never listened to her yet.
I started listening to her today, and it's funny because Cuzzo, Rich Mike, actually just DM me while we was in the podcast. Like I should start listening to her.
Yeah, I got to listen to her
too this morning.
But yo, check this out. This has to be addressed. Study surfaces noting that black men have a 1 in 1,000 chance of being killed by the police.
God,
that's a low number though.
That's a high number, nigga.
That's high as hell.
No, I'm saying no, my bad. That's what I meant. No, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Full of white men. That's what I meant. My bad. Damn, goddamn. Listen, this
that's a fucking high school class. You like 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm getting roasted, yo. Like I can't say shit on this podcast, bro. Like I cannot live on the podcast. Where's Juice when I need him?
That shit is pandemonium, yo. 1
Yo.
in 1,000.
God damn.
They said your odds are better to getting killed by a cop than to win a scratch off.
Damn, man.
That's crazy, yo.
That's why I ain't been out since March.
Crazy,
I ain't been in the Philly streets since March, I think. I've been on ice for like a minute.
Speaking of Philly streets, they said that sniper dude was an informant. Y'all heard that?
What sniper? He wasn't no sniper. He was a nigga with a gun.
That's what I'm saying. Listen. That's what I'm saying. I'm reading it to it without reading it to it because I don't need that sniper dude with an AK-47 kill nobody wasn't informed.
Damn.
That's crazy. I ain't heard that, and I'm in the city.
Hey, cool. You know they said the police officer that got shot here was dirty.
For real?
Yeah, because it did. I mean, I think so too because it didn't make sense that it was a robbery.
Because how it happened, yeah, like random robbery.
They down on him and like shot him in the back. I was just like, nah, that's not how robberies work.
Yeah, that's not how they work.
I still had an issue.
he was. Did I ever tell you how the Uber I was in one time got robbed?
Get the fuck
No,
out of here.
I mean, you told me. Yeah, you told me the story.
yeah,
That's a good story. You should tell it.
Stop telling
You should
that.
tell it.
So I was working overnight. I was working part-time at Under Armour, right? So I'm working late night.
That explains a lot. That explains a lot. Go ahead.
So I'm parked my car in the garage, and I'm thinking like, I'm thinking it's one of the 24-hour joints. So when I get off at like 7, I could just go grab it. So it wasn't. So I come out, my car not there. So I like, bet I'm just catch the Uber home. So it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. So I catch the Uber home. I get to the intersection right before my house, like Lock Raven and Northern Parkway. I'm in the turn only lane, right? I'm in the Uber. I'm sitting there. It's like I see this car to my right, and I look. It's a whole bunch of kids in like a Camry. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck are they doing out this time of night? And I'm talking about kids. Like, I looked and I was like, they look. First of all, it looked like they were too young to be driving, which they were ultimately when I found out. So we still at the turn light, and I feel a tap. I'm in the back seat. Boom. So I'm like, whoa. So the driver, he like, I told him, but as soon as it happened, I said, bro, pull off. He like, no, man. It was a foreign brother. He like, no, I got to see what's going on with my car. I said, dog, pull off. I said, either go up to this gas station or pull off, or I'm about to hop out. So he gets his dumb ass out to go. He's like, I got to see what's going on with my car. He get out. He talking to him. So one of the little kids get out. They talking to him, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, somebody else jumps in the driver's seat. What's your boy? Pull off. I'm in the back.
Crazy.
You in the car?
Nigga,
Right.
I'm in the back.
Hey, yo, they
kidnapped
you, yo. They kidnapped you.
Right.
Right. So he pull off, right? He get to like Northern Parkway and Hillen and stop, like dead stop. He like, yo, I ain't on no cruddy shit. You can get the fuck out. I was like, bet, nigga.
Let me translate that.
I'm not gonna kill you.
I'm not finna kill you.
Yeah. So
and what he say? Hold on. Say it again. He said what? He said,
I ain't on no cruddy shit.
I ain't on no cruddy shit. Yeah,
You can get out.
Yeah. So I hops out. Boom. I hop out. So because I was the certain way I was raised, the way we were raised, I'm like, man, let me go check on this fool. So I go back, right? Because I'm only like literally a block from my house. They banged out already. They was gone. He's standing there like literally. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. He gone. So I'm like, yo, you all right? You call the cops, man. He was like, did you know them? I'm like,
of course that was the
I was like,
because you trying to make sense in your mind of what just happened to you, right?
I was like, yo, I said, if I knew them, why would I come back and help you? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? So the cops came or whatever, and I'm gonna get to why this is relevant. So the cops came or whatever, and they we talking. He asked again. He tell a cop, he said, I don't know if this guy was with him or not. So the police officer looking like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, he's standing here trying. He stayed. He didn't have to fucking stay. He was in the car. He was gone. So, we go home and all that. So like a week later, the police, the police department, they called me. And the detective was like, yo, I gotta come meet you at the joint, right? So to do the lineup or whatever. So we do the lineup, and then I noticed that one of the kids who they was. Then like later, like 2 weeks after that, they found him. They was doing it because they was doing this for like a month. I don't know if you remember, cool. It was like 3 years ago. There was a whole bunch of kids in the city like they was calling smash and dash. They was hitting people's cars, smashing them out, taking it. It was a group of kids. So the cop, who was the lead investigator who I spoke with, was the dude who got shot.
You told me that.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So when they put his picture on the screen, I'm like, yo, I know that nigga. But I just remember interacting with him. I'm like, is he the police? It's just like, because he was like, yeah, man. He's like, they be doing some wild shit. I'm going to catch up with them, though. I was like, how the fuck, what you mean, catch up with them? What are you talking about? He didn't seem like he was all the way in with the boys in blue, is what I'm trying to say.
Hey, yo, that Uber driver, I'd have said fuck him as soon as he got out that car. It was fuck him and that nigga lined me clean up. Like, this nigga, did you know him? Why'd your dumb ass get out the car? Nigga, did you know him? I'd be like, I think this nigga, you better than me. Because I would have been back and checked on this dumbass. I'd have went, oh, fuck him. Like, you almost got me lying clean the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm like, thank you, God. And we're right in the house.
Right. Hey, babe, guess what happened? You better than me, cuz.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no.
I ain't checking on that nigga. That nigga he fucked up when he stopped when this dumb man stopped me out the car. That's when he said bye to me for the rest of his fucking life.
Oh man,
we a little deep in right now. Anybody got anything else on their mind? Y'all see that DMX challenge shit?
It like I saw it first as you want to date another girl, and then it just had that same girl, the video you said, who was like showing different looks, and I was like, oh. And then when you said it to me, he just put DMX music behind it, so I was already over it. Like I had already seen it as another, you know what I'm saying, video. But I mean, what the fuck ever? You know what I mean? Not that impressed, but that's what I thought. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all got anything else on your minds?
Josh Gordon got taken off the list.
This is last shot, dog. This nigga got. I'm surprised a black man got this many chances.
No, he's still really good.
Yeah,
That's what it boils down to.
Yeah, we go with the drama, the talent, and the drama shit that I said before.
Yeah,
we
go. He didn't say fuck. He didn't. He ain't no activist either. They'll let a nigga in if he just getting high or beating his wife up.
Smoking weed.
Yeah. What else we got? Nike paying the kids? What was that about?
Yeah, I had that on there too.
That shit been going on.
What happened? Found the money. The Zion Peoples. Was it Zion Peoples or something?
They found that?
Yeah, something like that. Something crazy like Zion Peoples got paid.
Getting money, yo. They've been giving money too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All these camps that they be sponsoring.
Yo, Mark Karcher, who wasn't necessarily NBA talent, got $50,000 from Clemson, and he didn't even go to Clemson. Rick Barnes was the coach. Your man, Rick Barnes, Terrell, coach at Clemson at the time. He wanted Mark to go to Clemson. They gave that nigga $50,000 cash.
I remember.
Know what that shit like? That shit like being a drug dealer and telling the cops you got robbed. Like they gotta chuck that laws.
Yeah.
Right.
Yo, my thing is, why don't we adopt the European model where it's like, yo, if these kids are exceptional at sports, why are we mandating that they have to go to college? Like Ricky Rubio didn't have to go to college. He played in a league when he was 16.
Let's call it podcast, baby.
Because they lose the money. The college is losing out on that bread.
That's what it boils down to. Capitalism. We live in the most capitalistic place on the planet, and everybody's shocked when capitalism is still in its head.
It's bigger than even just plain capitalism. The fact that the black athletes in the black sports are the only ones that aren't allowed to go. The white athletes, white sports are allowed to go.
Hey, baseball, they drafted kids at 16, bro.
Hockey,
16,
baseball,
tennis,
tennis,
golf.
Shout out to Steph Curry for creating the Division I golf team at Howard University. HU.
The real HU.
That's activism, bro.
Yo, that's
exactly.
Yeah.
That's activism. Yo.
He paid for the whole program.
Episode 58 has been so Baltimore, I swear to God. This shit has been so fuck. I feel like a visitor in my own podcast.
Give us a little bit how it is in DC though. How it is in
y'all. I can't tell. This shit been real Baltimore. All I need is a half and half and a chicken box with wedges.
That's a Baltimore thing. That's a Baltimore thing. That's not a DC thing.
Yo, but you know what the coolest part about that situation was? He has no ties to Howard.
Right.
None.
He heard about the situation. Was like, yo, you know what? All right, this is what I'm gonna do. Boom.
Yeah.
Y'all got a team now.
So when Beats by Dre come out, you donate $40 million to USC. But
your daughter
you donate the money to HBCU. You know what I'm saying? Like, just straight with no ties to it. That's real, man.
I forgot somebody
That's
made
real.
a real good point.
They ain't gonna forget that.
A real good point. They said it was these two kids playing in one of those like summer leagues or whatever. They was going at it, and one kid was going to Duke, and then he was like heckling the other kid, and he was like, "Nigga, where you going?" He was like, "I'm going to Howard on the athletic scholarship to play basketball," and they was like joking him, and I'm like, "Yo, what if we decided, you know what, Cam Newton, go to Grambling, you know what I'm saying, or Zion, go to Howard."
Overthrow the system. It would overthrow the system. It would overthrow the system.
Bruh.
It would overthrow the system.
Yo, they would find, like that shit they did, that shit they tried to do to LeBron.
We ain't even got to stop playing. Just gotta start going to black schools.
Nigga, what?
That shit was ridiculous. Rich Paul rule.
Yo,
that shit so racist.
That shit was so racist. It was so racist. They was like, yo, this is a little too racist. We can't do this shit out in the open.
You know what's racist about?
A little too racist.
That's the name of the podcast. You know what was so racist about it, bro? Neef, you know what was about it? They was trying to control players that would not have been under their jurisdiction anymore.
Who we talking about?
That's racist as shit. Like, so if you decide to go, you can't hire. I can hire my fucking cousin if I wanted to. What the fuck is you talking about, NCAA? And who is the NCAA? What do you look like? Who gets paid? Right. You know how I say it. Running up the flagpole. Fuck out of here, old white man. That shit was so racist.
They had to stop.
We took it too far.
They took it too far.
They changed that shit the next day. They was like, yo, they got the internet now. We can't have it.
These niggas ain't know they ledge. They ain't know they ledge.
They
definitely know the ledge.
It's so racist, yo. They was like, yo, we can't do this shit like this out in the open, can we?
Right.
Nah.
It's like, yo, they put in a law. They mandated that man have a bachelor's. That man.
What do it matter?
It don't.
It's like pop.
That's why they couldn't do it. They tried. They couldn't do it.
Like I said, you just brought her more. You just made his name more well known by doing that shit.
Yeah.
Seriously.
All you did was add to his brand.
Kind of like Obamacare.
Can you imagine if the best? Like, yo, can you imagine if, like Cool said, yo, if all of these kids decided, like, if these best athletes decided to go to HBCUs, nigga,
with flip.
Nigga, Mike Krzyzewski would fucking he would call the NCAA tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, do these niggas got degrees on them benches?
How about
Saban?
How about Saban? What would Saban do?
That's the one motherfucker. I don't even think
Saban would shoot a black coach in broad daylight.
Off that shit. Coach K Street and Saban, them niggas, they can retire right now.
Shit, they only straight because black athletes was forced to go to PWIs. When they couldn't, you had fucking Morgan winning lacrosse championships. Fuck out of here.
Right, but I'm just saying at this point, I don't think Coach K really.
I'm sorry, that ain't you. That ain't even Coach K. That ain't even.
Hey, look, and he was grinding me up. Hey, look, maybe he was grinding me up with a text message shit like I'm crazy aggressive. Hey, listen, right? Hey, no. We gotta let the world know this shit.
Let's address it because I don't want you to get it twisted. Go.
No, listen, right? So, what happened? All right. What happens is when it comes to this podcast, those who don't know, when it comes to this podcast, I'm more of the
coordinator. You coordinate this shit,
right?
Yeah,
so
100%.
Now the thing is,
I don't want that to be taken lightly, right? So that's not a small.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
That's a big deal. You talking about
I can't do
4 fathers, 4 husbands, 4 working people who live their lives every day. Only 2 of us live in the same state, and then that's separated by 3 hours, and then the other 2 live in another state, right? And then we cross in time zones, right? So don't ever get this shit twisted. This is an effort that starts on Monday after we record, working to the next week. So right. I appreciate you for everything you do, Neef. Now let's get to the shits.
I'm getting my after y'all beat me up for 2 hours, I get my flowers. I appreciate it. So what happens?
You about to get some more? Go ahead.
So what happens is I text out the and everybody kind of throws their topics out. But I kind of text out throughout the week. I text out the topics. So once we get to about Thursday or Friday, we have to decide when we're recording. So I sent out the text like, yo, now the normal recording time, even though we come out on Tuesday, we record Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So I throw out the text, and of course, whenever I throw out a text, who is the last one to respond to any text? So
that's a fact.
Right. So what happens is, so I throw out the text. I'm like, all right, y'all, Sunday at 3. So Rel responds early. Rel says it don't matter. A day or so pass. Here comes Juice responding. So I say, cool, and I put 3 question marks. And so, cool, what you say after that, cool?
I said, so I replied, I said, Neef. I said, when you put 3 question marks, I be feeling like you yelling at me. Right?
Anyway.
Neef, it's not you, it's me. But when you put 3 marks, I'm yelling at me like, when the podcast? And I'll be looking at the 3 like, damn, y'all don't know yet.
No, but I am a control freak to a certain extent because it's like, all right, I need this all to be, because if we gotta adjust, we gotta, like, you know what I'm saying, if Cool say you can't do it Sunday at 3, all right, we gotta go through 3 more guys and find a time.
But Neef, I think this is all honest. And Terrell knows this. My wife knows this, and you know this now. Jordan knows this too. The reality is that's the kind of help that I need. I need help with somebody, pause, but stand on my ass about like a lot of stuff in my life. You know, when you talk about like generational curses, you know, and breaking those things,
Right.
I am what I am, and I did what I did, but like I still need help in the way my mind works, like organizing things and stuff like that. So I don't even want you, like I need you to be that guy. You understand what I'm saying? Like not like I took it, but that's why I said it's me.
2
not
question
you.
marks,
I
not
actually
3.
need you. Yeah, like 2, but 2. No, but the reality is, like, if I don't answer, it's because I don't know. Like, now, let me go deep a little bit. You know how this shit go, bro. Like,
Right.
Yeah, I get, Daddy, I need you to pick me up at, like, not like, are you busy? Daddy, I need you to pick me up at 12:45 on Saturday. 12 midnight the day before. That's what happened Friday to midnight. Friday to this past Saturday. You understand what I'm saying? Then when it's coming at 12:45, I got, can you come at 1? That morning. You see what I'm saying? So if only thing I say that is I reserve the right to be like, oh, can you go? She got to be somewhere at 2:30 that nobody told me about. You understand what I'm saying? And then I got to do because I'm the father that I am. I'm the husband that I am. So it's nothing against you. And as a matter of fact, I need that, when we on. I actually need that. But when shit get hectic and you're trying to juggle the balls like a thing, it was like, when we on, I'm like, I'm sorry, dude, I don't know yet. Like that was that's the reality. But the real deal on some flower shit is that I can't do what you do, at least right now at this point in my life. Like I can't do what Terrell does, coordinating stuff, you know, and I be wanting to keep apologizing for that. I feel like I'm going to get better in my life. I feel like there's a level of ascension that requires me to have these things in order, to have this thing down to a timeline, to know what and who I did things for 365 days out of the year. And until that day, Jay-Z, you understand what I'm saying? Like when I get to that level, like, some shit gonna change, and I'm close. I would believe. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you to take it wrong. Like I need you. I need that positive. I need that constant reinforcement. If you ask me 3 days in a row, that's what I need. Right. If I ain't answer you, it might be because I thought I did in my mind. Because you know where I get down now. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that shit ain't no joke.
Right. We had that conversation. Right. Me and Cool had that. Right.
That into it, and you be like, oh, all right, you know, that's just to keep me sane.
Right. Now for me, it was like, I just didn't want, I know how I can be. And bro, you're very aware of this, and Juice knows too.
Yes.
Like I'm getting better as I get older, but
I don't have it.
I was more like one of them guys who just like,
Wow.
yo, dog, what's up? Like, come on. And it's not like attacking my guys, but it's like
All right.
I'm a little aggressive. You know what I'm saying? So when Cool was like, I'm like, all right, I don't want to ruffle Cool feathers because I know you're busy. And I know, and listen, I know y'all appreciate me. You know what I'm saying? So it's never nothing for me to be how I gotta be. Yo, Cool, what's up? And now that you say that, all right, cool. Question mark. What's up? Like I need answers so we can.
I would prefer you keep asking me to not ask me, to be honest with you. I would prefer you keep saying it because the more it's like, that's like, all right, so let me give you an example. In my professional life, people know, I'm a podiatrist, I'm a foot doctor. And there's certain medications or screws or systems or creams that may be new, that may be more efficacious, that I need to try. But if it's not in front of me, like I might default to my old or something that I always write for or something that I only know. So I tell reps all the time who are complete strangers and I don't give a shit about the way I care about you, hey, I need it in front of me. I need the information in front of me. So it's okay if you text me 3 times if I ain't answered you twice before. And I tell strangers that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mean it like, I didn't even mean it like, don't do that. I'm like, that shit, I'm cool. So like, that shit ain't gonna bother me for real. But in jest, it was like, yo, stop yelling at me because I don't fucking know. My wife want this and she ain't telling, you know what I mean? It's more of that. So I need that, and I appreciate you for that alone, if nothing more.
No doubt. And guess what? He get it. Rel get it. Worse. Rel get it worse than anybody. Because believe you me, the texts that he gets personally, y'all don't get all the texts. Like, you know what I mean? I send him a text that's just like, yo. Like, he know me, so he don't never ever. But nah, it's all love. We gotta give a shout out. I hope you can hear me, Jordan. Way better than you ever been. You learn how to use that mute. You learn how to use that mute button. I appreciate you.
I've been doing the whole fucking podcast.
Oh, you been doing it?
We both been doing it.
Oh, all right. Yeah, definitely. And at the end of the day, it's all about, for me, I miss Juice. You know what I mean? And we understand Juice got to do what he got to do. I want Juice to be here. I want Cool at his greatest. So that's why I want to check those times and have those times lined up because I want the best of Cool. I understand, we all got families and situations, and our families have. And first of all, let's thank our families for giving us these times throughout the day to be able to do this. You know what I'm saying? And having the patience with us for following our dream. This is our dream, and we trying to make happen and understanding that. Shout out to babe. She down there. She probably hear me right now. She said I've been loud. So shout out to her for cooking dinner and doing what she got to do and taking care of the kids while I'm doing this, which I love to do. And so I love having Cool in the car. I want that Cool right now when he on go, when he focused and he Saturday night Cool when he on go. And I feel like that's the best product. So if we can get, I'd rather change the time up and we figure something out on the Monday night and do it. And I get that Cool than the Cool that got to be a dad and doing what he got to do for his family. And he can't really give me that 100%. I want that 100%. So we got to move around. We'll move around. If Juice wouldn't have hit us at the last minute, we'd have moved around for Juice. You get what I'm saying? Jordan, of course, came in and did his thing. Baby girl was cool. And that was, real good job on muting Jordan when you had the muting. Because all I really want is for us to give the best product we can give. I know we don't let y'all in the behind the scenes. It's like wrestling. We don't let y'all behind the scenes into the moves and shit. You feel what I'm saying? But it was needed. I appreciate y'all. Even though y'all whipped my ass for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? To get my flowers at the end. Baby girl. What's baby girl name, Jordan? Jordan, what's your daughter name?
Lola.
Lola. Hey, Lola. Welcome to Hollywood, baby. She drooling heavy, that love. Yo, I still listen. I still call my daughter fat face to this day, and she's about to be 10 in October because she had them fat cheeks.
This one right here, like I know everybody think they kid special, but bro, she was standing yesterday. She only 6 months. I think she might be an early walker. And I was telling my wife yesterday, like, I don't know how that's gonna look weird to see like an 8-month-old baby just walking around the house. Like, I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Man, shit, you talking about that? I ain't ready for my daughter getting titties now, nigga.
Oh no, I'm already.
Right.
I ain't ready for that shit.
We already beyond that part.
I'm past that, bro. I'm past that.
That ain't even the kicker, dog. It's the cycle.
Like,
You know what I'm saying?
My 13-year-old wear my white clothes.
Listen, as much as my daughter first date, I need y'all to keep that date available and be flexible because I'm definitely doing the 50 Cent on Den of Thieves type situation for the first young boy come approaching my step. There's definitely gonna be a bunch of niggas.
We gonna hit him with the Martin and Will. You know what I'm saying?
No, I like the Den of Thieves shit better because there's a bunch of them motherfuckers in the basement. If you ain't see that movie.
Oh, in the garage. Yeah, they go out to the garage. They all out there living.
Right.
Crazy.
Right. Yeah. Young boy, you come to this house where there's Lyric, Bria, Avery.
We going on the date, dog. They like dinner for table for 2, table for 4.
No. We can have our own table. Right by them up. Right there. Right there. They can have their own table. We gonna give them that. But listen, like I said, it's been a long podcast. Your wife want to work tonight. Cool, bro. I'm pretty sure you got some client to help save the world.
Yeah.
Right. Jordan, baby girl, she need her time. So we gonna do is we're gonna end episode 58. We want to thank everybody. Like I said, thank our family. Matter of fact, episode 58 dedicated to the women, children in our lives who hold us down and support us through our movement. Jordan, thank you for being so flexible. I said, call boy 2 minutes into the podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, if you ain't hear me, I gave you your flowers, bro. You're getting better.
Right. 5 minutes later.
You used to be everywhere.
you all right with me, yo?
You be at a football game trying to do a podcast. What the fuck is he at the Ravens game? In the end zone.
It was soccer.
All right. But this is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 58. Juice, bring your light-skinned butterscotch looking ass on. Love y'all. Hey, fellas, I love y'all.
Love you too, bro.
Bro, don't call my phone until at least fucking Wednesday. Don't text my phone and call until at least fucking Wednesday. Hey, cool. You will get 4 question marks Friday evening. Hey, listen, I'm telling y'all now, I can't do Sunday afternoon.
Hey, yo,
so,
I got a real one about Cool, yo. Cool is the most random texter, dog. You would text him and he don't never respond. And then he'll text you a month later and be like, look at this.
Yo, listen. Do you know I can text Cool all day and text assist and Cool assist some shit to my fucking Instagram inbox?
Yeah.
That's the only time he hit me back.
It'd be like 1 o'clock. You get an Instagram update like at a random time. You're like, it's like 2 a.m. You're like, what the hell is this? And
listen, yo,
picture,
do you know how
Dr. Mike? It's Dr. Mike like this.
Do you know how many times my girl asked me, who is that at 2 in the morning? Who is that? No, listen. Cool text for our podcast today at like 8 o'clock this fucking morning. She like, who texting you at 8? I'm like, fucking Mike. Like, this fucking Mike. Like, Mike, you about to fuck my house up. Like, oh, that bitch texting you at 8. Like, yeah, no, it's Mike. I gotta show it up here, babe.
So I read something that said like people like Cool, yo, who have like a gift, like a talent, like a surgeon, their mind is operating on a whole nother joint than us, yo.
You doing this shit.
Yeah, yo, we not even on the same level.
As wife, like she be like, "Cool, pay attention," because like my mind, I listen to like 3 or 4 different audiobooks and be one day I listen to one part, then I listen, like I don't know, like, and that's part of the issue. I got a million. Terrell knows this. I got $1 million ideas, $1 million of them. I got inventions. Weird facts. I remember shit at 5 years old, and I don't think I'm special. I think we all have our own different genes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can't do what you do, Neef. Like, that's a limitation of mine. I'm saying it like, I recognize that as a skill set. That is a skill set. Terrell has a skill. Terrell, remember I asked you, like, how do you clear your fucking email? Because your mind works in a way that number, with your email being there, won't allow you to clear it. Right now, my mind works with that shit don't even bother me because I got my shit somewhere else. And like I got I don't even want to say the number of emails right now. I can't even say it.
Hey, cool. Listen, you're not by yourself. I open about 5% of the emails that I received. That shit got to say, "Oh, we looking for you, motherfucker, and we got your
Right,
social." Oh,
right.
whoa.
Right. You gonna get locked up. We got.
Whoa. I don't want no smoke. Hold up. Y'all need the loan money. Hold up. Whoa. I don't open shit.
Yo, that shit. It just be random. I just be like, yo, my cousin. But I read that fucking article and I was like, oh, okay, that's what it is. This shit on a whole different level, dog.
That's what I might gotta do. I might gotta start sending him shit through fucking Messenger.
But I ain't gonna lie. One thing you get right about me, Neef, is that when them texts come like 4:30 in the morning, I can rock with that. Like I get it. Like we can have a whole fucking conversation at 5 in the morning.
Okay. Say less. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I'm up 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, we can do that.
I'm up 4 in the morning, right?
Yeah, we can
it's
do
just
that.
like I said. If it's 4 in the morning and I'm not up,
yo,
who hitting you up?
I
Listen,
had
don't
my
let me
alarm on in 4 months. It is amazing. I don't even know what an alarm is now.
That's because you working for yourself. You working for yourself, big dog.
Don't let me get 2 text messages in a row. Oh, your phone popping. Baby, just cooling them. Like, it's just cooling juice.
It's just some early riser niggas. Early bird get the worm niggas.
Yo, 8 o'clock this morning, yo. She's like, oh, your phone going out. I'm like,
somebody talking about how she used to, and she said she was over the nigga house, and the nigga ain't wake up till like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Right. I don't even.
I don't know.
1 o'clock.
I'm not having no random woman over my house.
Yeah, so let me preface by saying I don't have my alarm on because I don't have to wake up at a specific time, but I'm up before 7, like every day.
The lies he tells, because if I text him at 7 o'clock, yo, why you texting me before 7? You know I don't even get up that early. You gotta at least text me at noon.
I'm in the gym at 7. Don't get it twisted. I'm in the gym.
That's that new. Oh, this week. All right. 2 weeks ago, he was cussing me clean the fuck out. Hey, hold on. Hey, cool. Don't let me send some shit that I should send to him, to the group. Oh, you sent it to the group? Be grinding me clean the fuck up.
Yo, my mama got the worst internet on the planet. Hey, yo, when you gonna load YouTube? Bro.
Listen, hey, yo, I told, hey, cool, he get the texts y'all don't get. Listen, that shit, look, YouTube usually drop on Tuesday. It's about Thursday. I'm like, yo, bro, what's up? Like, I gotta drop these snippets. Like,
I had to get back. We talked about it.
It was Friday morning. It was supposed to drop on Tuesday. He told me, yo, really? You was
I was stuck in the airport for 10 hours. Remember? That was that day.
All I asked was, bro, when you going, is it going to come soon? I need that up because I got to drop these snippets.
Like crack, baby.
Yeah, right. I'm like, for real, right. I got to put this pack on the block. Like, come on. You the bull. Like, you my distro. Like, I mean, I need you to just give me that. I need that work. So I can put it on the block. Juice on vacation. He on the boat. He in the studio. I got to work the block myself. Who got to do? I'm on the block out here with the whole pack.
Facts.
They better not pull. They pull up in that car. I ain't going back. Nigga, I'm letting it go. Nigga, they pull up on me on the block. I'm gonna be like man in that house. I'm be man. Oh, you got the iPad? I mean, the podcast. I'm like, shut up. He come for me. Listen, I tried to end this podcast a half hour ago. I'm about to get cussed. I'm about to get cussed clean up.
You ever did, right?
It might be.
I just got cussed out because she said you rushing down there to talk to them instead of me.
Listen, I'm about to go downstairs.
Hey, they professional time makers, baby. That's what they.
That's what I told her. I said, I'm going right down in the man cave. You shut the hell up.
Hey, bro, what I tell you? I don't talk my shit to the end because she don't make it this far. Right. She be like, I heard all I had to hear from this nigga.
Right.
And listen,
we can talk big shit right now.
And we talk NFL and Jay-Z and shit. Oh, she ain't listening to this one. She might got a half hour in there. That's all y'all did was talk. All the good shit at the end, you ain't even know it. She ain't even know. All right, I'm out of here, yo.
All right, man. We up, man. I love you,
man. Love y'all. Yeah.
Salute.
I see you that list.
Yeah.
Bye, little baby.
Layla.
Bye, little baby. Oh, he said little baby a little. He said little baby. Look, she ain't feel. Why you say that, cool? That she crying.
No, I'm just saying bye, little baby.
Bye, Lola, love you.
She like, Daddy, let's go upstairs, Daddy. Goddamn, I'm tired of this damn podcast.
You like your uncle.
Right.
Day the third. Out of control. All right, we out.
All right.